Right, you should be able to see me on that camera. And you should be able to see me on this camera. Hello. How we doing? But you can't see me most of the time if I stand up. Yeah, so we're going to build a rig. I say we, me and Sami are going to build a rig. He stood outside of the camera at the moment. Sami, you need to say hi. I'm going to be talking. You probably can't hear Sami very well because he hasn't got a mic. I've got a wireless mic on. You're meant to breathe in order to stay alive. That is true. Right, so let's show you roughly what we're trying to do initially. Okay, that is a picture of... Here's one we didn't build earlier. That is a picture of a P1-X in silver, which is what I've got it in. And yeah, that's the goal. However, they've sent me the wrong feet. So those feet that you see on that rig are the adjustable feet, which are what I ordered. And having gone through the parts, they didn't send me adjustable feet. They sent me the static feet. So it's not a biggie. It's not a deal breaker. We'll just put the static feet on for now, and I'll get them to send me the adjustable ones. But in terms of the upright, you can see there's a wheel deck on there. That wheel deck there is the exact one that I'll be using today, which is meant for a lot of different kinds of wheels. There's a separate direct drive one, but I don't have a direct drive. The foot pedals down the bottom here are the P1-X adjustable ones. So that needs to go on. They're adjustable. And then at the back, you can see the rail where the seat will go. But that's not shown with the seat at the moment. So that's what we're going to try and build, okay? This is not... So please don't expect me to be highly interactive. This is not an interactive stream, okay? I've got a mic on. You'll be able to hear me say things, but I'll mostly be talking to Sami, not to you guys. My chat is like over here. I'll be over here, so I can't.
Don't knock into that lamp. That's exactly what.
Yeah.
Don't knock into this one.
I will not be chatting to you guys, okay? So I need to get that out there right now. Focus on the job in hand.
Started already. That bit on the floor goes on that other bit on the floor.
Well done. I'll show you before we begin. I'll just show you a few of the pieces so you can see how things work. This is an aluminium extrusion, and the rig is basically built up of these pieces, essentially. Now, that is 40mm by 40mm, okay? The 40mm by 40mm standard. They do come in different sizes. They make 40 by 80, 40 by 120, 40 by 160, and so on. And they have this kind of rail along each side. And the idea is that you put what's called a T-nut in here, which is one of these things, which I'll try and show you now. This is when the camera comes in. This is a T-nut, so you can see it's basically a screw hole for a bolt to go into. And on the back is, come on camera, on the back is a little ball bearing. And this T-nut slides inside of the rail. And the ball bearing basically helps to hold it in place. So this acts as a receptor for the bolt. So that then what you do is you take your bolt and you screw it in like that. And this is how you mount things. So this T-nut, let me show you what happens. This T-nut slides down the rail like that, and then the whole thing sits together like this, and you screw things in that way. And what it means is you can basically slide this to wherever you want. Yeah, and that is the principle that we're building to today. That is a small piece. That is probably a 58 centimeter piece. There are much bigger pieces than that. For example, this hefty beast. This is a 40 by 160mm. It's a monster piece. And this is the side panel of the rig. So this is about 1 meter long, I think, approximately. And it's pretty heavy, which is one of the reasons why these rigs are very, very solid. Is this for iRacing type games or something else? So traditionally, these are built for racing. Normally, you go racing on this. I think I can go trucking on this. I think I can drive trucks, buses, cars. I think I'll be able to fly planes on it. That is my goal. I want to build a rig that I can sit in and play simulator games. That's the goal here. So yeah, anyway, enough chatter. Let's build something. Oh, the other thing is we need to show you the corner brackets. So when you want to put two pieces together, you have one of these corner brackets, which are gusseted, and gusseted means that they've got the side panels in. That gives them extra strength. And what happens is on the back there's these little tabs. And the tabs sit in that rail, as my assistant Sami will now demonstrate. This now sits in there like that, and then another piece can come in the top and taller ceilings. And you basically bolt the thing together. There you go. You do it like that. That's how two pieces connect to each other. So you put T-nuts behind and then put a bolt into the corner bracket and the whole thing bolts together. They're the simple principles by which this giant Meccano set is built. Indeed. Now, I've never done this before, so and neither Sami, so we're just going to be making this up as we go along. We've got the tools. We've got the screwdriver. We've got the power screwdriver. And we've got the all-important Allen keys. But, yeah. So the first thing we need to do, really, is we need to get... I built myself an instruction manual because it doesn't come with one, which is kind of not incredibly useful. So I kind of assembled bits off the internet. And also a parts list. Where's my notebook gone? So that was... So the first thing we need to build is the 580s, which I think are these, aren't they? These are 500s.
Welcome back, Nutter.
So that will go on the end like that. They will come together. And the seat will basically go here. That's what's happening.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
I mean, this should be, presumably, this is a P1, but this is going to be mostly correct, isn't it?
Yeah, anything.
Just the pedal trays that are different. Well, that gives you some idea what you're doing.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
So we want one high and one low, do we? Yeah.
Very top rail, very bottom rail on both sides.
Yep. If I take two of those, you're going to build 8 sets. Which size bolts do we want? Is it those? Are these the ones where we were going to swap out these for the static ones? I think we should, if we're going to do it, we should do it on these, because this is never going to move. It's never moving, is it? Let's try it. Let's try the fixed ones. So I bought off the internet some... so these are the T-nuts that have the little ball bearing on the back. But I also bought off the internet some other T-nuts that don't have the ball bearing on the back. Which, you know, if I have more of these later, the advantage of these is you can pop them out. You can actually put them in there and you can get them out with a screwdriver. So I want to have some of them left. So I can use the fixed ones here because I don't need to ever move this around. So we can try it with the fixed. Yeah, these have to be slid in. They cannot be popped in and out. They have to be slid in. So the theory is we'll use these for this bit. So we want one on the bottom down here, don't we? So I need 8 of those. Oh no. Well, I actually need 7. I've got one. Why don't they give you a lot of washes as well? Are these magnetic at all?
Welcome to the nut house.
Yeah. You give me 4 so far. I need this set now.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Right, so those 4. So we also need a set for here as well. And a set for here. So I need another 8.
There's 4.
So all I'm doing, I don't know if you can see this or not. All I'm doing is taking one of these T-nuts and just basically putting it in the back there. And the corner piece will sit on and then screw into that. That's basically it. Thank you.
I've got other
Yeah, but the tabs are stronger, aren't they?
OS.
Oh, I see, yeah. You snap the tabs off. Yeah.
Try and come on towards the other way. Oh, good. They're the
You've
ones
got the magnetic trays as well.
Yeah. Well, these are the ones that should have
Yeah. Okay.
but
Spare
we're
ones.
We're not going to have a load of bolts left to go, why we not?
Indeed. So, you know these corner brackets, right? They sit in the rail like that. And they're designed for a piece to go in the same direction. If you want to have a piece that goes in a different direction like that, you can still do it, but you have to take these tabs off the back. These tabs help it sit in the rail and you can't move it, so they make it stronger. But if you want to turn 90 degrees, you need to snap the tabs off the back in order to do it. So that's something we'll do later. There's a few pieces where you have to turn 90 degrees. Right, these are the bolts.
They are all of the bolts.
Okay. I hope this is the right size. There you go. Just keep it loose for now. You reading chat, Sami?
I am reading that. He's apparently saying they want you to have a mic.
Well, I only have one wireless mic. So, actually, that's not strictly possible. No, that's not strictly 2. I do have another one, but I only have one input on that thing. So the only thing I can think of is, you know, you borrow the headset if you want to talk to them. Literally just pop it on the side of your face and talk to them.
I'm fine.
Somebody doesn't want to chat to you.
Can you please explain how you know,
How I know Sami?
apparently?
I met him through a dating website. I'm joking, obviously. Oh my god. Well, obviously through what I do, but I don't know exactly when it happened.
Can we tell you?
Was it like Truckfest you met me or Insomnia probably?
Well, it depends on your definition. So, my 52-month resub
Right.
in,
Can you hear Sami, by the way?
can you hear?
Because he's having story time right now. Just want to make sure you can hear him. Not really.
Well, how is this for a little sort of improvisation? While Paul is busy working, I'm apparently entertaining. That's not going to end well. So I'm effectively one of Paul's subs. I'm a game admin. I'm the one that shouts at everybody in the convoy. I join Paul on stream from time to time as well. But basically, I'm a mere sub that does a lot of Paul in the team and everything like that. So he knows that my shall I say engineering prowess at this point, but we'll see how we go throughout the rig build. He sort of asked me to come down and he asked me to come down and give him a hand, although we'll see how that goes and whether he regrets that later. So I'm Sami, 16 for everybody. Here to not ably assist Paul at this very moment in time when he probably needs a hand. But it was Farm Sim 2015 Gold, I think, was what made me join your stream. And that was because Giants had pushed out a Facebook message. I think it was a Facebook message saying you want to go and watch this guy play pre-release Farm Sim Gold, and that was where it all started from, really. Farm Sim is the blame, yeah. I'll let you have the call back in a minute, although we can't actually read chat. So, hey, Mrs. Frosty. Hey, Blue Army. I'm going to be here all day now if I've started this, haven't I? Yeah, so I don't know. I don't live particularly close to Paul. I'm in the same part of the country, but not necessarily very close. It's like a 2-hour drive, stuff like that. So I came down this morning and here we are. Do you need a hand? Looks like Paul told Tommy, take your shoes off before you enter my holy streaming garage. No, not at all. Just more comfortable. Yes, thank you, Mad Mick. We're well aware. The builder's bum situation of life. Yeah. Yeah, what this actually is, Paul builds a rig while somebody's heckles him. Huh? Yeah, I'm definitely here for moral support and builds a rig while yeah. Somebody attempts to build a rig while somebody heckles from afar. How long to build this rig? We have no idea. We never built before, that's kind of hard. And Baz has just summed it up. Sami is Paul's bodyguard for public events. He also drives tanks. Oh yeah, Hannah. Back in the day from Farming Sim, where your internet used to drop out every 30 seconds and disconnect and everything like that. Back in the good old days of the Farm Sim subserver. That mic's not too sensitive yet. I'm very conscious that I have an incredibly loud voice. So if this isn't clipping and blasting people's ears, I'll keep it at this distance.
Yeah,
It's set up for Paul's voice and not mine, so I suppose the desk mic would pick up too much ambient stuff, wouldn't it? Yeah. Would it not? Did you bring some Jaeger bombs to spice up the build process? Yeah, it depends. Are you after a rig that doesn't function in any way? In which case, yes. Notice how Paul is doing all the work here. Yeah, it's his rig. He wanted it. I'm just here for moral support. You want to try and get a rough measurement of measurements. Chuck this back on your head then and start.
Hello, I'm back. Pull the cable back through. What?
4 hours later, Big looks nothing like the pictures. There are holes in the wall from other tools.
I like the end bit actually. Just snacking on Smackos right at the end. Why not? So
are you going to try and get these nuts like on the end, or
well,
are you going to try and hold the?
I'm going to try and pull them out as best as possible here. So we've got like that. Is that one flush down there, do you think? We need to get the actual Allen key to tighten that up properly.
Well,
Got a lot more torque, isn't
let's
it?
go for a rough test. Bottom hat now, and this should hopefully pull right like that. Exactly. Take that.
That's come out, hasn't it?
So do that, and just unset this one and push this top bit back.
Is that moving? Tighten it. The blemish one.
Oh.
Dang it.
That for the seat box it'll be in this corner.
I mean, you're never going to see it, but it should be facing down, shouldn't it? It's only 4 screws. What?
Listen, I can just slide that out.
Well, I can do that here as well. In theory. Got to slide those back in. Yeah. Okay. So you just got to slide this in now.
Happy
Yep.
anniversary, Nata.
It's in.
Yeah.
In top, yeah. Hang on. You got stuck here. Hello? Yep. Okay, let's get it roughly tight again. Can you push this, push the bottom there so it pushes it right up flush?
Square.
Good. Tighten that. I think it is better to get the Allen key though, because I can only twist so much because your knuckles are on the frame. You get the 90-degree Allen key, it'll be a lot easier. Right, should we try and line that up?
So, 2, 4.
Is that flush at the bottom now?
Yeah.
That should tighten up now. Is that flush?
This is what this is.
Yep. Looks good.
Is this the link code?
Yeah. Let's get the it's the 6. That one, I think, yeah. Yeah, wow, you can get a lot more. Like a good, almost a full turn out the screw.
Yeah.
Blimey.
Well, certainly with these nuts, I'd very simple.
Well, it's got a torque setting, surely. That's that. What do you guys think about the camera angles, by the way? Me and Sami spent like
2 hours.
nearly 2 hours trying to rig up the lighting and cameras just for this. There's just cables all over the place right now. If he was in the Arctic, he'd be in his bikini. Right, so this one's got to be an exact distance, isn't it? Now, there's the pieces that you can use as a guide, isn't there? So they've got to come back. And we need a tape measure as well so we can double check. That has to come back the length of this bar.
500. That wants to come in a bit.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably have to tighten things a little bit so we can make small adjustments.
I would probably screw these onto this frame and then we'll slide this frame up and down. And you know, the 90 degrees can be set by that bracket, isn't it?
Yeah. What's chat saying, Sami?
I'm trying to make sense of it, really.
You trying to make sense of it?
Yeah.
Is it that wacky?
Is this in a regular game? Another room in the house?
This is my gaming room, my studio. I only have one. It's a converted garage, so it has garage-like proportions. You know, 5 meters by 2.5 or something. It's not ideal. My ideal studio would be 5 by 5 meters. So my desk is there. The rig's going to be here. Yeah.
You never get the set of how much from Paul had. side camera up here. Like this. If me and Paul were to lay down, we would fill this area.
Yeah. I mean, where I am now is where my desk used to be with all the stuff on it, if you remember, behind me. Because my regular mic wouldn't pick up stuff from here. And would be incredibly echoey. I'd have to swap that mic for a different mic and then turn the noise gate off, and you would pick up all the room noise plus me and Sami doing stuff. I mean, I can do it, but it'll take me like 10-15 minutes.
Oh.
As if. Exclamation mark, as if.
I told you, here's a heck.
It's to build a rig, not mess around with microphones.
That's true. So you know it stays those brackets solid on there, yeah?
Welcome back, Nutter.
Ultimately, they need to fit this, don't they?
Yeah, onto that to go onto there. You put it both ends, yeah?
So
Do that.
if I tighten that up a little bit, and then a little bit more there, so it pulls it in. What's that like? Are we on or are we?
That's 49.5.
That's half a centimetre out, that's a lot.
499 rather than.
So this one has to come back slightly. So this one has to come back slightly. Feels about right now. I'm going to give that a quick measure and feel yourself. Right, if I tighten this. Just double check that. I've tightened it, make sure it's fine. Yeah, feels fairly flush. What's that side like? Haven't tightened this up yet. Yeah, I'll tighten it then. What's chat saying now?
I imagine a lot of head scratch when you're getting it set up to normal speed. Maybe it's like that on purpose when somebody gets stressed. I could just go down here and retaliate and. Build all the realize on back.
Well, we've both watched the build videos and instructions a few times, so if we make a major
no knowledge.
yeah, we're just going off the detailed instructions, aren't we?
Yes.
It's like Lego, page 14, get item 4B.
What do you go to there?
65, is there?
5, 1.
probably about 2 mil out diagonally.
651.
It's bang on. 651 both ways.
Okay, so this one is 650 and that's 651.
So it's 1 mil out diagonally.
It's 1 mil out.
That's well within tolerance. That there is 1 millimeter difference to that one there. That'll do.
Are they all tight?
Yeah, do you want to have a check? I mean, probably just make sure that, you know, I've not missed or not. That's the main thing. I'm not bothered about them being insanely tight. I just want to make sure they are tight. I'll take the opportunity to have a drink.
You can entertain the stream.
Dance class, here we go. Lol. Is Paul going to make Sunday night trucking, Mickey? Dude, I mean, can you... Wait. How? How am I going to do Sunday night trucking? Look at where the cameras are. Look at where the light, look at where the rig is. What on earth are you asking me to do? In 2 hours' time, you want me to go live and do trucking? Oh my life. That's a maybe then, yeah, that's a maybe.
Yeah, that's definitely a maybe.
I'm tempted. I'm tempted to time out Mad Meg. Maybe I should get that extension that streamer has, where if you send in enough bits, you can send in enough bits, it times out somebody in chat. No, seriously, this is seriously a thing. There's a streamer that has an extension where you can send in so many bits with a name, and the bit goes right. It goes right. You've sent in enough bits, let's say $20 or something, and it times that person out for like 5-10 minutes or whatever the extension specifies. So the streamer can allow the people in the chat to pay to silence other people in the chat. This is actually a thing. No, it is a thing. I am not joking. It's one of the ways that a streamer can just go, hey, I want to make money. Yep, full sellout mode.
Right, so you're ready for Sunday night trucking now, Paul. You can carry on.
I've got the rig, guys. Let's do the trucking. What's mounted on the wall on your right? This? Didn't I show you a video on a stream where I explained all this? Okay, it'll all be in the vlog, but I'll briefly explain. This is a circuit breaker. If I flick these, the stream will die. Okay, so we're not going to touch this box. Yeah, this is the master circuit breaker. This is a switch, and these are network cables, and this is all network cable up to all the points around the room. So you see, like, there's a power socket here, and there's a network, 2 network points there, and it repeats there, and there, and there. So there's 10 network points. This is a camera.
I can't see that.
You can't see that. Security camera. This is an aircon. You can't see that. This is the aircon switch. You can't see that. This is the ceiling. You can't see that. That's the soundboard, obviously, for just stopping sound from bouncing around too much. Why are we doing a room tour? We're trying to build a rig here. Let's get on with this. So you're happy with that? Oh, that's solid. Oh, that is solid.
So you want to flip it up? Feet on.
What's next in my instruction manual? Seat rail and then feet. But it doesn't really matter which way we do it. We could do the feet now if you want.
You want to do the feet now?
Yeah. So if we put it on its side.
That maybe is, I think that is.
It's all right when you only pick one side up, but when you pick both up, I reckon that's like 30 kilos or something. That's quite a bit. You reckon?
Let's get on.
It's quite a bit.
20?
20? Somebody reckons 20, but you know, he's muscle boy, isn't he? Feels like A bag of sugar to me.
Want to use flipping about that to that? Or in theory, the other feet are on 2 nuts, aren't they, rather than 1? You still could slide the non-ball bearing ones.
Yeah, we don't need
slide another one in.
Yeah, it's fine because this is open-ended anyway, so I can always. What we could do is we could put an extra one in there, extra couple.
Well, it's up to you. You either put 4 in now, and I'm hoping that there'll be an M8 when they turn up.
The only real reason to use these is because you want to remove them later.
Yeah. From the video, this was an M16, wasn't it? This threaded piece of rod to actually adjust the feet.
Yeah.
On a 24mm panel.
Yeah.
I want to say they were 8mm nuts went in there.
Yeah.
I'm 90%.
Okay.
But they were 8mm as well.
Well, it'll probably take them 2 weeks to send me the new feet anyway, so.
So do you want to just put 4 in for now?
Yeah.
So these will slide in.
They'll just sit there. I mean, they're not going to go anywhere.
Do you want to put the extra steps in for you?
Let's use the ball bearings. And the reason is because they won't move. They won't slide around at all. They'll just sit there.
Yeah.
So we'll have 8 ball bearings in here so that I can just screw it in later. Yeah. We'll just pop 8 in now. Yeah, some of these are different sizes, aren't they?
Yes.
You could have drawn from the bag of spares.
And especially when they're like that size.
Crikey, that is small. Are you sure that's what... Where's the feet?
Over there.
Which bolt goes in that?
Oh, they're smaller than that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So are they these ones?
They're longer and thinner, aren't they? Well, that goes in. It's a matter of if that's the only one. I mean, it does look... It's what's the thickest thing that goes in.
Those look kind of those aren't quite thread.
See,
You actually need a 5mm thread.
I'm just worried about it going all the way through to the frame, you see.
Well, that's...
It's too long, it'll hit the frame. And also, this screw, this bolt will be meant for something else. Hang on, it's actually saying the part list at all.
Well, that's not going to hit the frame.
No. The feet aren't listed in the instructions. Front mount kit, profile kit, wheel deck kits, hardware kit, rubber feet. 40 by 20 mil. That's the size of the 40 mil wide, 20 mil deep, but it doesn't actually say. Socket head bolts M6 by 12, 4 of. We're looking for something with 4 of them, and they're the only ones that have 4 in the bolt list. Oh no, hang on, M6 by 20, M6 by 12, M6 by 20, and M8 by 12. It could be any one of those 3. 12 is the length, presumably. You can discount the 20, so it's either going to be the M6 or the M8, and given the M8 doesn't work, it has to be the M6. It has to be M6 by 12 mil. Yep. By some kind of deduction.
I don't know whether this is easier for you or not.
Somebody sends in some bits. Where's my miss? Hang on. What does that say? There's a few things missing here, actually. Don't know, the light's making it hard for me to see. Well, you got King... Manual? Manual? Let me show you the manual. Let me show you the manual. This is the P1 manual. There is no P1-X manual. A list of parts. And there you go. There's your manual. That's it. That's your manual. Don't talk to me about a manual. This is Squirrel's bringing a cup of tea in. Hey. Look, we finished.
Look, that's a big.
Thank you for the bits, Moorcroft. Railworks, turn the voice gate down on your mic, then we can hear Sami better. That's not how microphones work, Railworks. Noise gate just gets rid of the background noise. So at minus 48 decibels, the noise gate deactivates and allows the signal through. That's not going to make him louder. That's not how it works. The mic pickup, this mic picks up close by. Even when he's loud, it only just gets him. They're designed for, like, you know, if you're in noisy environments.
That by P1-X.
These, wait, what?
So that head.
Oh,
actual
okay,
weight
yeah,
goes in,
yeah.
I think it's a 5.
Oh, that's awkward. All right, I'll have to use this then. That must be the 5. Nope, that's not a 5.
That's 5.5.
Are we doing halves?
That's 5.
Yep, that's a 5. And this is... Where's the other 4 then? We haven't got a set of 4 for these, have we? I was going to put another set of 4 in there.
These, I think, on a bigger bolt.
Oh, you
They're on
reckon?
a bolt that size.
So these are going to have to come out
So
completely.
they're
So it is the right decision to put them in with these, so we can pop them later. Right, let's get the feet on. It's a Sennheiser. What does it say on the box though?
It says MB3 on the side of the tape.
Right. It's an X5 wireless, did you say? Oh, this has been awkward. There we go. I don't know where this feet wants to go. Probably about here, I guess. Yeah, that's it. That's the actual mic. How far in were these feet from the... It's not that far from the back, is it?
Or the door to use for oil?
Hey?
Or are you on the right?
Oh, yeah. Whatever.
Battery lasts.
Well, when you hear me not talking anymore, that's when the battery's died. And then all chat breaks hell loose, and then I change the battery. But the Duracells, I mean, normally you get a talk time of like 12 hours out of a set of batteries. So in theory, it should last. I think they were on about 3/4 power. So it shouldn't be an issue. If it is, I've got batteries in the cupboard. It'll take a minute to swap.
Welcome back, Nutter.
I don't know what distance to put these at from the... It's really... I mean...
I would probably go on that tape.
There is no weight down here, apart from the pedals. Most of the weight is down there, isn't it?
I'd say that. But this here, bearing in mind this is the end of the frame, this is where the upgrades are going. That's a brick weight.
About 38-ish.
Really nice thick carpet. It's quite good to deal on.
Quality underlay, that's what makes the difference. But yeah, if I still had my hard wooden floor, this would not be fun right now. You need those kneecap protectors they get. People who fit floors and stuff. Yeah, if you just press the key 2, it will double the speed of the rig build, and if you press key 3, it'll triple it, but you might miss stuff. Also, if you need to go to the bathroom, press space, and it'll just pause the rig build. Oh, thanks for unpausing. Right, feet are on. No. That's all good. Right, what's next on the agenda? Feet are done, seat rail. So these go... This is where we need to start breaking tabs, isn't it?
Here's two I prepared earlier. Well, let's say have one of these, and you can break the tabs off, and then you'll put the cover on it.
Yeah,
Or
that's true. We could mix and match, because the inside ones you'll never see and won't need covers. So we can use the other ones and break the tabs. And the outside ones, where you might well see, probably will see, will cover.
Well, no, the SRG guide doesn't cover these.
There's probably not much... Well, yeah. I mean, if you can see it, you'll cover it, can't you? Covers can be put on late. There was.
With the system.
I didn't... That was when I was showing people. So these are going to go on the outside. And then I bought some more of these things on eBay. These gusted corner things. But they don't come with the... What do you mean they don't break off? Really? Yeah, that's true. They don't break off. That's that option removed. Didn't have what? Well, I mean, if I've got a rasp in there, it'll just take it off, won't it? A metal filing rasp will just take it off. Doesn't really make any difference, does it? But which ones do we want to file? Hey? You put it on and just leave it loose. That's the thing. The thing is, which ones are we filing? Where's the load going to be? Because you weaken it in one direction.
You have to do these ones go in line with that.
Yeah, that's a bit of a choice, actually, do. Yep.
I say I don't. It's up to you whether you want them in there.
Now, we need to avoid having bits of metal. Can you give me one of those little metal trays we had on?
Very
It's not magnetic, unfortunately.
No, it's not.
Okay, so that one I'll go there. How's chat, Sami?
Have I built one? No.
No, we have never built one before. Neither of us. Ask Squirrel what?
Why use silver instead of the black for the ring?
You know what? Sami asked me the same thing. So there's two reasons, right, that I chose the silver rig rather than the black rig. Number one, the start of my room is very much light grey, dark grey, grey, mid grey, black, silver works nicely. The black would have worked as well, but black on black, I don't think it's going to work so well. I think silver contrast. I like the contrast of the silvers, greys, and blacks going on. That's the theme. The other reason is the anodized black one is very easy to scratch. This doesn't have an anodized powder coat on it. So this, you know, if I scratch this, you're not really going to see it. If you scratch the black one, you'll see it straight away. And if that's the kind of thing that triggers you, a black one is a bad idea, I think. These are more durable in terms of the cosmetic side of things. If you're clumsy, I would go with this. Because the black one, you're going to scratch it at some point. Even when like you tighten things and move them around, you've got to be careful because like one of these gusseted brackets moving along here will take the paint off if you're not careful. So the black ones look cool, but I think these look just as nice. And like I say, paint-wise, they're more durable. Let's go in there. Yeah, they're not too bad actually. You just get underneath it and then twist.
Ah, okay. I was thinking of some feedback.
And it just pops right off. Of course, there's always one that's awkward. Yep. There you go. So.
You put two on the side.
Oh yeah, another set to do yet. Blimey. I only have one stream room. It's a finish on it. It's not bare aluminium. It's got some kind of finish. The cheap pieces that I got from eBay have a different finish to these. These are a quality finish. I don't know. The Sony camera is going to be a better quality.
So, maybe if I hold it like that.
Can you hear something, by the way? That's shiny. If you point it into the light, is what he's saying. That is not. This is super smooth. Really smooth. This is not raw aluminium. Into the Sony camera. Okay, that's those. Now we just need a load of bolts and.
Oh, Warcraft. Did you manage to pick up the last box? Yes.
Yes, Moorcroft. So what happened was, I think I told this story yesterday as well. So, 8 a.m. Saturday morning, UPS woman phoned me up and said, "You must be a very lucky man because by miracle, I found your parcel." She said she was walking around the UPS hub trying to find it because she'd put an intercept on it. And she said she was walking around. They hadn't put it where she asked them to. She couldn't find it. And then a bird in the distribution hub suddenly flew out and startled her. She sort of ran off frightened and then walked straight into my box. Now take from that what you will. But she found it. And she said to me, I didn't expect that this would happen because, frankly, we've never found one before on an intercept. It's never happened.
She failed to mention to you.
Well, she failed to mention the day before when she said, would you like to put an intercept on this? She said it's not guaranteed. That's not the same as this has never happened. But, you know, it was a roll of the dice, and I'm happy to say, on a D100, we rolled 100. So, yeah, win. Oh, and it turned out to be something fairly important. It was actually the pedal mounts. So, it was, yeah, kind of critical. No, it wasn't a 0% chance. It was like a 0.1% chance or something. But it happened. Mr. Edpad, thank you for 16 months. Flamingo Flammable Supernova. Welcome back. Thank you, Ricky, for gifting that sub. Alright, I'm just going to move the mic. Alright, I'm going to, let's see. Stream Deck. Yeah. No, it's fine. I'm just going to see what happens if we turn the noise gate off completely. So if I turn this noise gate off, the noise gate is now off. You will probably hear a lot more background noise, but you might be able to hear something. I don't know. Sami, say something.
Say something, Sami.
Can you hear any more? And is it noisy and is it horrible? Because it is now picking up. It's now an open mic. It's fine. Okay. It's better. They can hear you a bit better.
So what, have you turned the noise gate completely off?
I've turned the noise gate completely off. So Railworks was correct. We can hear it better. Because what I noticed was when you were saying stuff, the mic was kicking in, but obviously the noise gate was fighting it because your attenuation was much lower. So I slid the noise gate off, and he said that 30 minutes ago. Dude, I wasn't reading chat. I've been down there. Don't blame me. I've been here doing this.
It's really difficult to concentrate on this.
Look, somebody's doing something. Mad Mick is doing something. He's screwing things in.
I can successfully report the rolling peanuts work like a dream.
The rolling peanuts like a dream. Yeah, you try getting one out of though.
Oh yeah, you need the...
You need some kind of a hook tool. Probably blocking the view.
As to which way I've done these ones the
Yeah,
correct way.
always have the hole on the outside.
Yeah, but with this it's irrelevant because this thing is sliding. So do you want it that way or do you want it that way?
What do you mean it's irrelevant?
Well, because when that sits in there, you probably ain't going to see it either way anyway.
No, that's true. Yeah, you literally have no choice.
There is no choice.
Looks like Paul's a supervisor. You've just joined Mitmap. Yeah, that's exactly what's been happening in Mitmap. The last hour has been me standing here with a cup of tea, telling Sami what to do. That's in a very British fashion.
Bitmap, I like you.
Yeah, yeah. That's what's been going down. That rig, the Sami built that. Now, if this was a proper British workman setup, right, there'd be about 3 or 4 of me right now, all watching Sami and pointing the finger at him.
Hype is hard hat.
Yeah, that's true. Safety first.
Safety first.
By the way, I put some kind of background music on. It is just a random selection of tracks. It may get a bit weird sometimes. I apologize. If the music stops and you want me to turn it off, let me know. I just thought it'd have something on rather than nothing, because a whole lot of nothing is just boring. How many parts are there? Whew. You want to count the nuts and bolts? Quite a few. You don't hear any music. You what, mate? I can literally see the music broadcasting. I just put it on as like nice and quiet, so it's just something. If you can't hear that music, you need different headphones or speakers because something's not right. It's barely audible. That's the idea. Some people can hear it and some people can't. That's interesting.
Their overall volume level.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it could be the.
So you're not broadcasting it any differently.
No, if I turn it up slightly, there you go. Surely you can hear that now. It's extremely quiet, no joke. Now you can hear it. There you go. I just want something. I really don't want it to interfere with the stream. There you go, fine. We'll just leave it at that level.
Got the broadcaster mode now, haven't you, Ralph?
Having a cup of tea
You
mode.
just can't help yourself, can you?
Too loud, Kapler. Kapler? Is that a new one?
Loud.
You have to turn up your own volume. Yep, that's what people need to do.
Well, are you responsible for everybody else's volume?
Yeah, I am. Remote control volume. Oh. Are these the bolts for that lot?
Yeah.
It's fiddly more than anything, isn't it? That's what I find. Like, oh, it's just like trying to get these things lined up with the... It's probably not so bad with those because they stay in place. I was chasing the other ones.
Yeah. Yeah, you made it look hard, yes.
Uh-huh.
Do you want to do this side, or do you want me to carry on?
No, you sit there and carry on. It's all good.
You do the broadcasting bit, and I'll do the building bit. How's that? Yeah.
Well, you know, tag team operation.
I'm going to put one of these tea nets in the back. It's just
Yeah. Well, you can get it out again if you put it in wrong. You get it out with your toes, and we'll watch.
People don't want to see that. That's just a whole load of no.
Is it not fitting or something?
It's my over-OCD-ness that's trying to take over.
Right. There's like a whole load of these black bolts as well. Because some of the sections are black that you have to put on. Isn't that on the front of the Hitchhiker's Galaxy? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Don't panic! Yeah.
Rather than just trying to drag the ball bearing across the line.
Do you know what? I didn't actually look to see how hard the graphics card was working. That's weird. So you know when I was previewing, it was doing 42%. I'm live and it's doing 30. How does that work? How does that?
It's the calmness from chat which is making it work better.
How does that even work, Sami? Ugh. Because like the camera above me here, this one, wherever it is, the image is rotated image is rotated 90 degrees clockwise.
Yeah, 180 degrees would be really wrong.
So like the graphics card has to manipulate that image 60 times a second. It's crazy, man. Who is the gentleman doing all the work? The gentleman. Have you ever been called that before? That's Tribble. Tribble of Kerbanog. I think it's a Dungeons and Dragons name.
Oh, okay.
Who is the gentleman doing all the work?
I have been called.
I am Squirrel. That's Lord Squirrel to you.
I'm trying to concentrate, man.
The gentleman.
I think I have been called.
In shorts? You know, what gentleman have you ever seen in shorts? If he had a bow tie on, I could understand it.
You know you're not making this easy, right?
What does the date on your T-shirt mean? You know about mine? The date? I ain't got a date on my T-shirt.
Yeah, that's the original yachts one, so it hasn't even got a date, has it?
Yeah, this is the original.
A date? On your neck? This date? Oh, on my neck?
This is the first edition yachts T-shirt. This is a first edition yachts T-shirt, and you know that because it doesn't have the date on it.
That's straight.
It doesn't.
Some people with like massive vision.
Huh? Yeah.
No, I think it's on my neck, Paul.
Twitch logo and no date, first edition.
No, it's the 2nd of April on the back, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That. You mean that date? I can't see that date, so I don't know what you're talking about.
You're one of them moods today, aren't you?
If I do this, is that a fun stream if I do that?
So, what did you do on Sunday, then, Paul?
Supervised a gentleman building a rig.
Even before I changed my Twitch name, it's Sami the Gentleman.
Ugh. Which ones are you doing these?
There was a little bit of movement in the rail, but don't go mad on it. Fall like this in.
Is that going in? No.
It would help if you were in a nut.
No, it was in the nut and then it must have pushed to one side. There we go. We're doing that one.
I'm assuming your bin in the corner is actually a bin.
Yep. There we go. So these here we can tighten, can't we? The ones going into the bracket because they don't need to move anyway. Agreed?
Sorry, what was that?
The ones going into the bracket there, we can just tighten
Correct.
because they will never need to be adjusted. They're not adjustable anyway.
The help is pretty good considering he's down to the cup of soup.
Who's the gentleman doing all the work now, eh?
Yes, I'm sorry, people. I would fire my phone up and put a message in chat, but you get the idea. Engineering degrees required to put this together?
No.
No.
It's just like Meccano, really. If you've ever, I think it helps to have pictures of the item, so you know what you're trying to do. But they don't come with detailed instructions.
Hey, Sami, you're better than Squirrel, lol.
Lol. Not better at something, you're better. You're just generally better.
So, I'm Sami, and I don't understand the camera because the chat is here. So it's more important that you see El Squirrello.
This is a seat rail that we're putting on, by the way, in case you didn't know. This is what will take my weight.
What is Sami doing? Supervising.
There we go. you know what? This is weird, man. These T-nuts are working against us. Because what they do... This is interesting. If you want to pull that this way, the best way to do it is to grab hold of these and move it. Because what happens if you push it, those nuts stay where they are because the T-nuts hold them. They then jam under the nuts and the whole thing grinds to a halt. So the better way to do it is to just...
to move the side that you want in the direction that you want rather than...
Yeah, because you're working against the ball bearing resistance.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a pain because I just went to move it and it jammed completely. Like that. You see that now?
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
Yeah, so the only way you do that is to move the whole thing that way, which I can't do from this
Because
way.
it's jammed. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, right.
It just keeps doing it. You have to pull it.
So can you put a bit more tension on these nuts maybe? Or
Really, really...
I think leave that for now because it's going to probably get moved anyway.
Yeah,
there was a question that I saw, which was, what's the first game you will fire up with a rig?
That's a very good question. I mean, I don't know. What I'll probably do is put the Fanatec wheel on there, and then I suppose I'll fire up iRacing and see what it looks like.
Somebody wanted to sabotage your seat support. Yes, I want him to fall backwards when... is this the new Chuckle Brothers show? We haven't added Eat to Me to You yet.
It's a me
I'm sure
to
we
you.
will have at some point.
Okay, seat rail, feet we've done. Done that bit.
I might be wrong.
Pedal tray, apparently. Pedal tray and then wheelbase, because the wheelbase will just stick up in the way, won't it? So
But the pedal tray goes on from this end anyway. The uprights are here.
yeah. But what I'm saying is if we want to climb over, if that thing's sticking up, that's... You know, once we put the verticals in, we're going to be climbing around it. But the pedal tray is going to be fun.
Pedal tray is a whole other...
Yeah, we know how to do the wheelbase upright.
Yeah,
The pedal tray is going to be the tricky one.
I love your confidence.
This is where it gets complicated. Ugh.
So in WD-40 would solve your issue. That's not what the issue is. Pick up the pace 2 hours until you start selling that truck.
Yeah, right. As if we're going to be gaming today. Wheel deck and upright.
This box, Mark's
Pedal box. P1-X pedal box. Let's go with that.
So organised.
Alright, so here's one big chunk of things. Do we need the pedal plate yet? There's a pedal plate and a...
Theory, but we could kill 4 birds with one stone.
What the heck is this? Extra mounts. Is this the one that says ped plate? Is that the one with the extra slider thing? Oh, that's just a plate, isn't it?
That's just an 8 plate.
Where's the...
Well, in theory, it doesn't matter. You can pick
There should be two... Yeah, but there should be 2 sliders. Where's...
the one is in the bottom of that box. So take the one
Right.
standing upright out.
So this one and a plate. Where's the other one of these then? Where's the other one of these?
In the bottom of that box.
This was in the bottom of the box.
As in laid down flat.
Oh, I see. No, I don't. That's not in there. It's in the other one. It's in that one.
Yeah. So this is the... So this and this.
So this was the...
That's for the seat base. This
Okay.
is the pedal base tray. That's the pedal base slider, and that's the slider and the pedal base.
So we need that. Yep. Is it possible to time out for a minute? What do you mean, Tommy?
metal bits are 15mm thick. They are.
15 millimeters thick, those. That's rock solid stuff right there.
Right, this is all the P1-X stuff.
The only thing to be careful of is whether we get the inside out correct.
Well, it's not. They are sided because it's countersunk on this side and not on that side.
Exactly. So does the countersunk face in or out?
The countersink goes in between it, so it'll still move up and down.
Right, so it's countersunk out.
I believe.
I think I have a token. Should I subscribe? Of course you should. Do it now, man. Hit that subscribe button. Use that token. Don't let it go to waste.
What's really concerning is these are all the bits for the pedal tray. That's about the same as what we've got left. We've got the
Really?
entire rig. Yeah.
Okay.
Look, P1-X pedal tray.
P1-X pedal tray. Where did you get that from?
Out of the box, out of the wrap that this was in.
Okay.
Yeah. So that I've tried to move to a side to keep away.
Yep.
That's all the chassis stuff.
Where's the
Is the actual pedal tray in here, or is this the actual other mount? Yeah, it's that. It's separate, isn't it?
Nothing's magnetic round here.
It's all alloy.
I know, it's just annoying.
So,
There we go. I can put them there. At least they can't be knocked.
I'm trying to think
It's something.
of a good way of doing this.
Well, we should split them into the components. Let me see what we've got.
This bit of metal doesn't move so much now.
Right, they are different to those. These are the countersunk ones, aren't they?
They're smalls, they're smalls, they're smalls, they're smalls. Small one.
Teeny tiny, teeny tiny. Wait, they are magnetic.
Oh. I'm thinking it's these that are not. Oh. Okay. So they're the small T-nuts.
Well, are these T-nuts bigger?
Yeah, they're these mate T-nuts.
4, 8, 10 of them. And lots more of these. And a whole bunch of washers as well. Actually, there's only 4 washers.
There was only 4 washers.
Now that's interesting. With no instructions about where the washers go. That's going to be fun.
I think that's for the actual mounting of the pedals onto the. No, it isn't, 'cause that's not right.
No, they're 4 countersunk things, aren't they?
Right.
We need to look at this as well. This has got its own setup.
Yeah. But I think to start with, I don't know whether you want to get this 40x160 mounted in these two, and then the 40x80 mounted in these, and then we'll see where they need to slide. This needs to slide in order for that to go onto this. Because that's like that, isn't it?
I suppose a good thing about having it open-ended is you can pop the pedals out and like reposition them back in
Well,
again.
The SRG guy does it separately. So he puts the nuts in for this on either side, and then puts this in, then puts this in. But because there is 2 of us, I think we might be able to build it as a pedal box and slide the whole thing in.
Yeah,
It's going to be a bit finicky, but
yeah. No, but what I meant was like if when I sit in it, if the pedals are too low and I think, oh, we need to go up a level, because there's no because it's an open end, you can just take it out and move it back in.
the only thing would be the clearance. But
Yeah.
enough room distance.
Have you looked for a YouTube video of a successful build? Yeah, if you go to Sim Racing Garage, then Brian has got a bunch of videos on the P1 and the P1-X. What?
Black anodizers.
Oh wow,
Shit. And there as well.
wow, it's a machine.
That's just a machine that goes from. Go in there.
Eh?
In there.
Quality control.
So the thought is that that goes in there,
Yep.
and then that bit should hopefully have a 8mm thread in it.
Well, there are 10 of these, so.
That is.
It is an 8mm thread.
That's just me being scared of.
Yep.
Not a great finish on that, but
What's the difference between the P1 and the X? They're essentially the same. The difference lies in the pedals. The P1-X has pedals that you can basically adjust in height. You can, if you've got a P1, you can buy the P1-X extension kit to convert it into a P1-X.
upgrade kit.
It's basically, yeah, it's an upgrade kit. It's like it's a slightly more refined P1. It gives you better pedal options.
Yeah, the pedal box is more suited, and the wide feet that you
Yeah. Yeah, the wide feet that I ordered
wide feet
and didn't get.
haven't got.
The adjustable feet, because they sink into the carpet. The what?
Yeah. I believe these are a 5mm head.
Yeah, I did. I put it back in the thing behind you. Yep. Any intermission today? What?
Are you taking your break?
Unlikely. We're just gonna carry on building here.
See how it ends up. They're not tight yet.
Does this mean we will have Sunday night trucking?
Not today.
Hopefully, it can return next week. Hopefully. You can have a break and make Sami carry on. Wow.
Who was that? Just so I know for future boy references.
That was Epic Gamer 2.
Right, fair enough.
You're on the list that's made out of brown paper. Do you want to put this in before you do that?
Well, the theory is that that should go in between these two slots, and you can then move that backwards and forwards. I don't know if you would just want to crack that out, and we'll see if that, as far back, is going to be enough.
All right.
How do the monitors mount to the rig, or are they on a separate mount?
They're on a separate stand. So you can buy monitor mounts that attach to the rig itself, but personally, I don't think that's a good idea for a few reasons, but mostly vibration.
The bit in the brown box for you.
Yeah. So this is the pedal tray.
Which supposedly a Fanatec wheel pedal set bolts straight to.
Yeah, they actually take a few different. If you look on their website, they actually take a few different pedals. Apparently, with all these various holes and sliders, you can attach various pedals to this, and then this has 4 holes in it, and that bolts into this thing, which is part of the P1-X kit, which is an adjustable. Get the other one what?
The other box is already open.
Okay. Which is this thing, which doesn't look like much, but it's basically what you put your seat on as well. It's a slider, so you can pull it up and move it. And now, in theory, if this all works correctly, what you should be able to do is put your pedals onto this thing, and then be able to move them. So if you've got somebody of a different size sits in your racing rig, you know, maybe they're shorter or longer or whatever, you can just move the pedals.
So where is our very helpful diagram?
Yeah, in that,
in this pack.
yeah.
And put all the nuts and bolts in one.
Yep. So much packaging. There's a fancy looking contraption. So there's actually 2 bags with this. This says seat slider on it. And this one, I do not know. That's what came with the... Probably when... oh, that's not good, is it?
Do you have a little hand hoover or something?
Oh, in the house, yeah. I'll go and get it. It's all just like bits of metal coming off the extrusion. Right, back in a second, guys. I'm going to mute the mic for a second, so you won't hear anything for a bit.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Right, I am back. Back with a vacuum cleaner. It stopped raining.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually stopped raining.
Yeah, it is a miracle.
It's been raining all day long. Right, can I just get these bits? Do you know what? I still prefer Henry.
I knew you were going to say
Henry's bulky, but he doesn't mess around.
right.
Thank you, Zarek, for gifting a sub to ED, and Groot for gifting a sub to Doreen.
Welcome back, Nutter.
What microphone are you using for the audio? Blimey. Plenty of audio production people in chat, isn't there? God.
Sennheiser S3,
Right, let me...
X5.
There you go. That one though. The Sennheiser XS. Can some of the mods just write this down, please? Because it probably will be asked again. Let's just make sure we capture that. There's plenty of audio files in chat. I have the noise gate turned off, so, you know. Give the other man a mic. Okay, Bob, can you just send me another wireless mic and I'll give it to Sami?
I could have brought mine, which was dual input, but never mind. Right, I'm looking at that because we're trying to do a level beyond this.
Yeah.
That's a countersink
Yeah.
into what's presumably these, which are hex sided.
Oh, okay. They screw into
So
that.
the countersink,
That's interesting.
The countersink from here screws through that and into there, which goes into there, but not there on the inside.
Yeah,
of that.
one on the far hole, one on the slider.
Does it actually go like that? Because I can't then tell how that, what does that bolt to?
Well, if you look, there's another bolt and a nut.
But what does this screw into? This
That.
doesn't.
That.
Or does this like actually go physically between the two like that? And then that screws into that. As in if that was there. So you've got two sets of things going on here. You've got this rail, and then this rail mounts onto the plate, and then the rail mounts onto here. Because essentially we've got this, this, and this, and then what looks like this and this. And obviously that doesn't screw into that. But there isn't one of them showing a nut on the other side of this.
That's definitely the hex one. That's not hex, that's rounded, which is that one.
That one. Yeah.
And that, and there's also this thing. What's this?
So I assumed that was the nut that. Oh no, because that would go into the T nut, wouldn't it? So that must go on that one. That must go like that.
So what's this doing?
That's then the bit that goes from this onto here.
Onto the frame.
Yeah.
So why has it got it displaced like that?
No idea.
A dashed line that presumably goes in.
But is that? So for me, I think that was half right. That this goes on here.
Yeah.
This nut goes on here,
How
which is
the-
going to be fun.
Surely you need a washer on that. I mean, I can't, they've not put one on the diagram, but...
Not front of that, and there isn't a washer at all. There is a washer, but
So what are these? This says seat slider. Where are these going to go?
seat slider.
Yeah. These were in the box with this spring-loaded thing and this lot. There's seat slider, and then there's these. With some pretty hefty washers. And I mean, really, look at the thickness of that washer.
Wow. This was it, wasn't it? There's no additional. Oh, hang on, I know what there is. I think there was a 5-page thing, the 5-diagram thing, wasn't there? Oh no, that's the.
What's that? Is that the
That's-
assembly of this?
That's the assembly of the seat pod onto these.
Yeah, but it's also got... I mean, the first 1 and 2 of that is going to be common. Only 3 is where you put the bucket thing on.
Yeah, but all that's saying is attach the slider to the mount. Which,
Yeah. Number 1, attach both sliders to the frame with an M812 bolt. 2,
I can probably
bend
do
the
this.
slider. Bend the slider handle to the desired width. Use the handle to move both the left and right slider backwards, exposing the fasteners holes in the front.
Can you try and push that
This
bit down?
whole thing.
Yeah. No. Okay. So we need to try and get some tension on it and.
Well, I can't work out what all this is for. It's a set of 4 T-nuts and bolts.
Which I've got 4 T-nuts and bolts over here.
Yeah, what are that?
I've actually got 5.
They came with the pedal base plate, didn't they?
It's an extra layer of complication that you're trying to onto this base plate, isn't it?
I presume these are the 4 that are going to keep the thing on the frame. That's what I reckon these are.
Does that one actually show you how does the handle go in between? So that is actually showing that as the handle goes at this end with the long holes. So I take it you want the handle pointing like that.
Yeah, I think so. So you can pull it in.
That way,
I would have thought so.
rather than, and then your seat one would be in the same orientation.
The seat one's usually underneath you, isn't it? Yeah.
But you don't want that bar here, because that'll be then interfering with the pedals.
No, you want it at the front of your
No,
bucket.
as in the pedal box. You want the bar pointing in the same direction as the seat box.
Yes, both points in that wall.
So that is going that way round with the handle sticking that way. Which I'm assuming that one is that side.
So the handle will be on the inside of that. So this handle will bend in.
Yeah. So that will go like that.
Read the label on the side of that one.
Welcome back, Nutter.
I'm glad you've got the same expression as me. Chris94, good evening. Sami and Squirrel, don't forget my screws, lol. Don't forget any screws. Is this the towing bar? Completely lock the towing bar before use.
E.g., it's don't leave it in the middle of a knot. It's the same, isn't it, in a car seat, isn't it? That's what it's because the Sparko is car seats, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that goes like that, which would mean that was that way round, which means that that is showing that in that picture as well. So is it that we have to put these?
This only has holes on on that side, so I presume this springs into something because you can't bolt it, so it must spring out.
Yeah, I think that it goes on these two bits here.
So that goes there like that.
In there like that.
Yeah.
And then with the correct leverage, that would then move, and we could move this rail. But the thought is that this goes in there. It's got a span.
Yeah. What size?
30 mil.
There you go.
Yeah. What the fun thing with that is that would have to go in there, which it does just 30 mil socket.
13.
Socket.
A socket. Oh, I didn't bring my sockets out, I don't think. I don't think we'd actually need the sockets there.
Well, it can be an unspanned.
Socket set's in the shed, I think. Hang on, I've got an adjustable. That'll do it. Yeah. So what we're trying to do is tighten this up. It kind of feels, I can feel resistance, and then it suddenly,
Yeah, it's a nylock nut.
then it's giving, like it just keeps going. It's really weird.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Wow, that's not awkward at all, is it?
Can they actually see what we're doing? Excuse the production values for a few minutes while we figure this out.
There's a lot of resistance to that turning.
Yeah, it's a nylock nut, so you will. That's why a socket would be slightly easier. Don't do it up, that'll do for now.
That is the weirdest thing.
Tell me.
Yeah, Phillips. We got to do the other one.
Well, it's sort of eat, sleep, repeat.
You did put it in the end hole, right?
And I'm hoping that that'll be right for that as well. Just to actually offer that up.
Any idea which direction?
Well, this is towards the bar, which is this long hole is where the bar comes out from, so that needs to be spun the other way. So that hole lines up with that nut with any hope.
Yeah, they both, that one and that one line up. However, that's meant to be countersunk, so it's supposed to be that way around.
Yeah, so it looks.
But yeah, that goes there.
Transfer as a hospital, right? I'm just thinking if my finger gets, you know.
Yeah, be careful with spring-loaded items. I tell you what, those monitor mounts, oh my god, I cut my finger on one, just setting it up, because they're basically they got a really strong spring in them, and you have to adjust the tension on it, because whatever weight you're putting on, you adjust the weight to counterbalance it, so that you can just perfectly hold it in position. But before you get to that point, when you're trying to work out where you want the arm to be on the wall, you got to like compress it in and be like, oh, it's about here. And it's a really strong spring. And yeah, medic. We good?
Right, so just trying to think fourth dimension. If these were done up tight and we attached the plate, we could then put the bar on and then move the slider backwards and forward to do the nut to mount it to this.
Well, it does say mount that first, doesn't it? On those instructions, it said mount, number 1, mount it to the frame. That's what it said.
Attach both sliders to the frame.
Because you can't attach this springy handle until that's mounted. That's the thing. And then when you've got that, you can adjust it.
So,
You can move it out the way.
are you trying to explain to me that the probability
There's a grease inside that.
probably
Yeah.
I would grease it if it was me building it. So
Do you need me to go and get some kitchen roll?
it's more spreading grease around the environment rather than me worried about having grease on my hands.
There you go. Ugh.
So
There you go.
I'm going to keep a bit because the chances of it happening again at some point in the very near
I have no doubts.
Right, so I think I may have possibly sussed it a little bit after reading it again. This hole is clearly exposed,
Yeah.
so we can actually get, you know, a tool on there to tighten that up.
Yep.
Once that is mounted on the front on both sides, you can then push the bar in, move the whole thing forward, and then put the back one in.
Yep.
When you pull this obviously forward, we'll then be able to get to the nut and this appropriately by moving this whole section backwards and forwards.
So you think trying to
So we need to
put a spanner down there is the wrong thing?
Yeah, so we need to put this onto this.
Yeah.
Ish. Because there is the debate of when this is sitting in your rig like that, this bit needs to still be put in somewhere here.
Mm-hmm.
So does this, with a nut possibly there in that end one, see for me, that is the back mounting hole, look. Yeah, one of those,
Yeah.
where you would put one of these, and that is there. There is the other option of if I can do it, without this nut in the way, funnily enough, put this through here to hold that nut in that hole, which would bring it that far forward, which would then mean
Is this going to go into these holes or into that
this
thing?
groove. If it was mounted that further much forward,
Is it adjustable?
this bit is, yeah.
That would meet it there.
So that would come forward.
But you're saying if it's in the other hole, it won't?
If it's in this back hole like this,
Yeah.
yeah, that's too far back to mount up with any of these holes.
The maximum I can get is there. There's no way that's going to happen.
Exactly. So that needs to definitely go in that hole there, then, doesn't it?
It lied about the hole then.
Yeah.
That's the case.
That's the only way I can see it doing it. Yeah.
Why is there 2 holes and it tells us to mount in the first one? That's my only concern.
This is to just give you a chance to move the thing to make it more customizable. But this is in a fixed position. Obviously, this is bolted on the side here.
Let me see. You've got it the wrong way around. That's why. You see the 2 holes? The 2 holes are away from the handle. Yeah? So those 2, that's like that.
But it's the same scenario no matter what way around you put it.
It is, but I'm just saying it actually should be going in that way.
Okay.
And also,
There.
there's no way that is as wide as that.
No.
So we're missing something else here. And they're supposed to move this further in.
If this says bend this bar,
Yeah.
that's gonna be fun. But then that plate behind you,
There's no way you bend that bar out, surely, because the whole thing has to be spring loaded in there.
but that plate behind
Yeah.
you is the separation, isn't it? That comes around a bit. This is the. So it's that to me. That's your separation. Admittedly, this would come over a bit more, but that bar is.
So are we meant to bend that bar? Oh, it says bend the slider handle to the desired width. So yeah, we have to widen that thing until it's spring loaded and sort of holds itself. Why would you have it spring loaded into that?
Anyway, so
That's crazy.
let's do a reverse back step. Which we're gonna, this is our first one, then that can't be bad. But this would be the opposite of what I'm doing, which would be this end.
That's now the back.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
More grease? More grease, Gromit? I still can't believe there's no washers going anywhere. That's worrying me. Also, these 4 for the seat slider, where do they go?
So my fear is that here, like, if I use the back hole here and put that on there like that, like it's this hole, it's not that hole.
Hmm.
So this bolt has got to go in there like that for you to then be able to tighten that up into a T-nut.
And this can be slid into position. Why are we not mounting that on there now, just loosely?
We can. That is sort of. We were trying to double step, weren't we?
Hmm.
So let's chuck that on here, which we'll have to deploy the shark again in a minute.
These chunky washers have some significance. I.
Put the side of the seat box.
I don't know.
It's just.
I do not know.
There's not a single washer on any of these pictures. Right, so these were the countersink ones.
Is it easier that someone helps you, Daniel? What do you mean? What size bolts are they?
They're 5mm heads.
Are they thin ones?
These ones, 100% black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Them.
these ones. Thank you very much.
You're very jealous of my new setup already, Imp. Let's wait till it's built first.
Right, so hopefully that bit you're going to have to try and
Try and
introduce
what?
yourself to want it towards you.
Stand it up on its end and it's not faffing around so much. You've just hand tightened it for now.
I gave it a little twiddle on the thing to stop it going completely berserk.
Should do it for now. So well, these are black and it says seat slider. I'm thinking these are the ones that go here then.
It can do, yeah. The one that I've put in here is only that,
You putting these 8?
like that.
They're the same T-nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we could use them because they're black and it says seat slider on it. And that is a seat slider.
What's that say on there?
Seat slider.
Yeah, use black if that's what you want to use.
Well, this kit with the thing came with that and that.
I thought it came with these as well. This is the pedal base. Oh, this is the pedal base.
That came out with the base.
Okay. Yeah.
So
chuck it.
I'm worried that we're not using this yet. But I know we can use that here.
Yeah. So that needs to go on there in the short term. Or actually, so that's like there. That went in there.
That's the most it can come out.
That's the most. But here it's past the rail,
Yeah. That's not adjustable, so
and that's not adjustable. So I think that needs to go there.
yeah, we have to use the second hole.
Yeah. So if you.
Yeah, quite. Do you want the pliers? It's going to be a bit of a fiddle to try and get that in.
Yeah. So that is essentially that nut in. But I don't particularly want to tighten that up too much. I'll tell you what, for now.
Happy anniversary,
So
Nata.
then that slider. And I need that one out. Is your rig?
We put that in and then took it out
One
again.
of these is this one that we tightened up, so I'm hoping that we can get away with not taking that out.
Yeah. It's not fully tight yet though.
Yeah, so that's that back, that's that back. This has got to go in here like this. And then this goes through there like that.
So that's the guy always bringing up the rear in the convoys. Nice.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Right, so whoopee.
What?
Right.
That's fine.
That's fine. That's sort of doing what I kind of expected it to do.
Yeah. So
This is that this can actually generate temporary. If this whole thing comes up,
there's no point adjusting that yet until we've got the.
it was the hope that I can get this in here. Actually, go on.
That's not in. It's going in one side, but not the other. Why is that second hole not going in? Why doesn't that go in? What?
You know, you said these slide rails would be really easy.
Why would they make something that doesn't fit? That's kind of on.
It's kind of on as well.
I mean, if you hold that in, we can. Is it lift? Isn't it?
I would assume it's push.
Is it meant to go that way or that way?
I think it's either, but it's very
You can see the mechanism working. You can see it lifting that.
Yeah, and it's lifting that as well. Or is it just that that's not? So once this is in,
I think this would be easy if we just put this on the rig. There's one less thing moving around.
let's try and get that out now.
At the moment, we're like, this thing's rocking. That's going this way. That's going that way.
Right. So this whole thing is M8 nuts, which I borrowed some for those to go on.
Well, there's these two are needed. Well, they're the screws for the seat slider later, but these T-nuts you can use M8s.
Yeah, which. So as far as I know, he just uses these.
What, the bottom two?
So
Here and here.
2 and 2, 2 and 2. Oh no, he has these.
What, use the slider one?
Yeah, uses these for adjustment.
Yeah. So there's an adjuster there and an adjuster here.
Yeah, which is those as a concept that go into the T-nut. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's that needs to go on that way round. That needs to go into there like that. Yeah, and that needs to be loose enough that it can be jiggled around. So it's this bolt,
And an M8.
an M8 T-nut, and then there's 2 in each. There's sort of a top and a bottom. Throw that one on the floor, come on.
Yeah.
And this is where the fun begins.
So now it's a matter of guessing which rail we want to put it in,
Yeah, basically.
because you can have it on a different rake.
First and third.
I have no clue.
Third.
Without knowing where the seat height is going to sit, who knows?
First and third.
We'll just guess. We'll just put it on. Yeah. Let's see what it looks
Right,
like.
so just move that out of the way for a second because that's clearly bugging us. Just move that down there because I think if we twist it, we'll get a bit more diagonal room.
Do you want to put this out a little bit?
Move that round. That round like that. And this is where the complete fun and game starts.
So we're going to go with a lower,
I was thinking that
second and
I'm
fourth.
thinking you're taller, so you might want it up, or maybe that's the opposite effect. Maybe because you're taller, you want it lower.
We're going to have to pop it off and move it. I mean, once the seat's up, we'll know.
Chat, first and third, or second and fourth?
Yeah. Base it on nothing at all apart from randomness.
First person that says first and third, or second and fourth.
Lol.
Second and fourth.
There you go.
Right. I think that's low, but whatever.
Second and 4 is high, surely.
So are you doing ball bearing first, or
Um,
at least with ball bearing first, you might get some sort of.
well, you might have to loosen the screws to get more play in it.
Oh, I'm in one. I'm in the bottom one.
I'm not. You on second?
I'll put this bottom one.
That's 1, isn't it?
I'll put this. Oh, you're doing the other way up, are you?
When you say second and fourth, what exactly do you mean?
I was going to go there and there. Are you going to go here and here?
I thought this was 1.
Okay, so there and there. All right, that's fine.
So when you said 1 and 3, I thought you meant that, and second and 4, I was like, what did you mean?
I was on the other way up. I mean, right.
Oh, you were going top down.
Yeah, let's go top down.
Floors don't work that way. Oh my god. Right. So this is going in the.
Next, yeah, that one.
Okay, it's in. And then 4.
Top, very top.
Let me loosen this.
There's no way you can do this on your own.
No, that's why he didn't.
Yeah.
That's why you just slid it in. And then.
Almost there.
You need to pull that in as well. I'll pull it in for you.
Hang on, everything's just locked up massively. There you go. I'm in as well.
It's in. Yeah.
Doing the same with the next set then?
Well, so if we do the same, it'll be perfectly flat.
But you've got adjustment in the bracket as well, haven't you?
How?
Because it's twist on a level, isn't it? But I would probably put them in the same one. Put them in the same rail.
Surely, the only adjustment you've got there is down, isn't it? How do you make this higher? Because the top one now would go above the 4th. The only way you can rake it that way, surely, is to be on 1 and 3. Unless I'm misunderstanding something.
Yeah, no, I think
That has to be on the lower setting to have that on the top rail.
yeah.
I would have thought.
Let's just stick with the same rail for now. We probably know it's going to have to come off.
Okay, that's one in.
Yeah, I'm bottom.
This isn't happening. This won't go high enough.
It's like that extreme is too much, isn't it?
Yeah,
The far separation of the bolts.
yeah, it just doesn't work.
So does the next? So do we need to bring the second up to the third?
Is that what it is, the separation?
Yeah, I think this needs to come back a bit.
Right, I see what you mean. Oh, it's come off. Scumbag. You scumbag.
There's a squirrel coming now. You just,
Well, she has perfect timing.
So it needs to lift the plate up to get the screw in.
I don't think 4 is going to go in, you know. No way. It's not high enough. No way.
Is that not allowing the twist from here then? Is that because these are too far?
Yeah, that's what it is. That can't be on 4. We don't want 2 and 4. You want like
So you want just the top two then?
you want 2 and 3 so that you've got movement up and down.
So you want to put them in these two? These two?
Yeah, because if you're narrow together there, you've got space above and below.
Yeah.
And then this can move up and down, and then this can adjust.
Yeah.
It has to
Put
be.
them on the very top or just middle it?
I would say we put these 2 on 2 and 3. And then on that one, the top one goes on 4, and the other one goes wherever it has to go. And then it's fallen off.
Sorry.
That helps.
Does that help?
Yeah, that's made my life so much easy. There we go. So 2 and 3 this time. Oh, it's come off again.
You know what we were saying about scratching things earlier? Like,
Imagine
the torture of
trying to keep anodized black paint not scratched. Yeah. They wait till you finish and then they go, what I would have done is, that's the usual way. Oh, don't you come off again. I screwed you on like 3 times, man.
You can always slide the T-nut in the rail and
Well, yeah,
put the T-nut on the bolt.
it's far too easy. I mean, that's what we should have done in the first place. Come on. Over you come.
Squeezed or
Yep.
it's lifted or that squeezed or
Get in. It's going in at a funny angle. No, that's not right.
T-nut.
Come on. Yeah. Do you know what? I'm just going to put the T-nut in on its own. Can you... I need to move in so I can actually screw this thing in. This bolt doesn't feel long enough. Eh?
I think I broke something.
It's like literally not biting. There we go. Don't know. It's like if the aluminium sat like that. That's what it felt like. Right. So that's gone in 2 and 3. I'm going to put a T-nut in 4.
T-nut in 4.
Yeah, that's going to take the top one. And then we'll slide a T-nut in wherever it needs to go later.
like the minimum setting you can have, by the way, because it's on the floor
Yeah.
without extended feet. Why have I now misplaced 2 bolts?
There is.
Need a bit more still? Or are we there?
It's kind of hard to see. It's all dark. Oh, there it is. So push your T-nut in.
Okay.
Push your T-nut in a bit more. Right, stop. Right, stop there. You should be able to get that in there.
Alright. That's one. Push the T-nut in. There. Up.
This aluminium's far. Can you pull this aluminium frame back?
This one.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, for some reason it sticks out. There you go. It's as if that piece is very slightly bent. There you go.
So are you think you're going to put the other one in here?
Well, that can now adjust, in quotes. And then
It's all a bit loose, but there is the concept that...
it's very hard to see what rake you want without pedals on it.
Like that is your lowest.
Yeah. So I think we just...
Judged by this bolt here, look.
So if there was a bolt in the 3,
Third.
there's a bolt in 3. Because if you put it in 2, you basically can't go up.
Yeah,
If you put it in 3, you can go up quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I think we put it in 3. Hang on. Keep going a bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. So stop. That should do it.
There we go. That's in.
Right. There's a tin up there.
T-nut there.
Eh?
Right there. Down a bit. Straight in.
Yep. It's because this one's tight because the aluminium's trying to pull away from it.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, that lets us do this bit.
Yeah. Apologies.
Fun and games, guys. Fun and games. They think building rigs is easy.
Oh, they're telling jokes, isn't it?
It doubles as an ASMR stream. Lots of grunts and. Who is that? I'll let Chat answer that. It gets asked every 20 minutes.
See that? I think will come off with the thing you want.
Yeah.
Right. So now we're at the situation where we want to move the top
Well,
half of the slide.
We was trying to work out which way this thing's going. Like, is it trying to go that way or that way?
Well, it's both, isn't it? To a point. Can you now manipulate that in all those 2 holes? By either moving this round or moving that round. Maybe this way. And you've got a bit more adjustment to your
What's on there? That pushes down, and then which way does it want to go? That way?
Yeah, like that.
No, not clicked.
Well, you did it. Look, you've got 4 out here now.
So you can push that side.
So let's just. Right,
I'm trying to push your side that way. So you expose that bolt like this one. There we go. Turns out it's easy if you do one at a time.
who knew?
There's your grease.
Yeah, it's grease. You are correct. And we are at a stage where this,
There we go.
I would say. Well, now I can get to this like as easy as pie. So that's just like that.
Which is the adjustable one here?
this moves back.
This frame, isn't it? So we want that one first. That's the fixed one.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try and get it retracted. Put that on there. And pull. If I hold this, you push down, and then let's try and slide it back. There you go.
All right,
And do the same on that side. We'll fix that bolt down.
yeah.
Although I say fix it down, we've got to get the width right.
That goes in there.
Yeah.
That goes like that. That goes like that and like that.
Yeah. But now we can get that bolt fixed.
Now they are both.
We can stop it sliding around.
Yeah. So.
These two, isn't it? And some M8s.
Yeah. And some M18 nuts.
1, 2, there we go.
So in theory, I'm pushing this rail backwards and forwards. So do you want to use the front, very front hole rather than the back hole? Or do you want to bring it forward that much?
What if we use the other one?
Grease is real.
Yeah, let's just do that.
Yeah?
Yep.
No idea which way around it. I think I put the T-nuts inwards. So like that way round.
Well, you put the hole inwards.
I think I put this one the same way, but
Doesn't really matter, does it?
without moving it, I'm not 100% convinced.
What are you using to pop it into?
My fingers.
There we go. Kind of feels like it needs a washer, but maybe it won't fit.
Yeah, don't do it too tight, otherwise you won't be able to slide it.
Well, we don't want to slide it just yet.
Well, you now want to get that bit right as well, don't you? So this is going to have to go on here. Yeah, so we could now put this onto either one of those, whichever makes sense with that one.
I tell you what, there's a lot more grease on that one than there is on that one.
Well, that's probably all that is. Yeah, so now, if you want to pass the thingy tray.
Have we got bolts on them yet?
Yeah, there's T-nuts and bolts holding the rail thing.
Okay.
Yeah?
So what do you want, the plate then?
So you want the plate, so
So we can get the right width. But now we need to put these hex things on, right? We need the receptors. We need these hex plates. These hex bolts need to go on. There's one.
So that
There's another.
is that same back hole and slider, so that should be right there. Yeah. 'Cause this is fixed, whereas that'll move. So that can go on there like that. Do the same with that one on there.
Is that the right width?
No. Not yet.
I mean the right distance
Yeah, the
apart.
right distance apart, you've already done that, haven't you?
Yeah. I was double checking before we started tightening.
So did you get a socket in, didn't you?
I can go and get my sockets there if you want it.
Well, it's up to you to tighten that up. I can sort of hold this up a bit more now because obviously I've got my finger underneath it.
Right, you got it?
That's how arguments start. We don't argue. We debate with feelings.
We're sure we don't want a washer on there.
Doesn't say a washer. I would, if it was me, I would, but that's...
Okay,
Yeah.
it's tight.
Yeah, that's very tight.
Because that has to stay though, because I'll be screwing things into that.
Yeah.
Right.
But the nylock should hold it anyway.
Well, stop it loosening, but it won't stop it turning ultimately, will it?
I don't quite know why they wouldn't have the frame. I suppose because you could bolt straight to this, couldn't you? You really want a bespoke set where these are welded onto here. Happy?
I guess.
Yes, good.
Now let's pop it down the other end, do we?
So then we'll move it to the other end. That one we could probably do a bit more tighten on once
Yeah.
This goes on.
It's a bit fiddly, this thing, isn't it?
That goes that way. You want like a tool that's got 2 holes in it so you can manually do it without...
Yeah, just go like that. Just a little piece of plastic would help.
So in theory, your side's already done, but... Does the camera invert?
Does the what?
Oh, I think it's the grand old debate as to whether it's day, month, year, or month, day, year, or year, day, month, or whatever it is.
Oh dear God.
I think that's the debate. Does the camera invert the date on the back of Squirrel's shirt, or in the UK do you...
No, I wrote it like that deliberately. I wrote it like that's called the international date format. Year, month, day. Japan does that, but that's the international standard for dates. In the UK, we then do day, month, year. In America, we do month, day, year. Mostly, it's day, month, year around the world. The international standard is year, month, day. And then there's Americans who just do their own thing.
Very good. Right. Do you want to offer that up again?
We haven't tightened these.
I know. Do you want to just offer that up to know whether we tighten that in the forward, the aft, or... So I would say that needs to go... Tell you what.
What are you trying to do exactly?
Why are there not 4 of those?
There are. You're just blind.
I'm blind. Good. That's 3. That's 4. Okay. Right, so let's just quickly whiz that into the back one. Oh, that's
2015 years, 4 stones and 2 yards. Absolutely. Keeping it imperial. Still facing, it's facing the wrong way. What? Can you read it? Unless the numbers are reversed, then it's correct.
I thought we were talking about this thing. Right, so this would go in there like that. That would then be tightened like that. So that could go in there like that.
Chat is just amusing itself with nonsense.
Good. Glad to hear it. Right, that is going to free spin, and you may have to manipulate a spanner in here. Can you do that, or are you going to scratch the hell out of all of this?
Why couldn't we tighten it when it was...
Because this.
Is that on a sliding space? Oh, does it?
So if this goes here,
That's not on a hole.
yeah, so that,
Right.
hold the spanner, or not spanner, the adjustable, that can then go on there like, just spin, there you go, I've got it. So now you can do the whole thing up.
See, we couldn't have done that with the sockets there.
No, you couldn't. What you could have done is one of them ring adjustables, and then we could just take the plate back off. Do you want to hold the spanner and I'll do the...
Well,
Is it the wrong
there we
side
go.
for you?
No, it's fine though. Well, doing it on the other side of the rig doesn't help. Problem is this nylon things. You think you're finished and then you just keeps going. You're like, oh, there's a lot of tension here. It must be nearly done. No.
Yeah, Nylox, I don't personally like Nylox. I'd rather put a double nut on it if I need to hold it.
Oh, here we go.
Remember what we were saying about the black anodizing earlier? There, I think. If that's jumping, then
Well,
hold the spanner. So you're not cack-handed. Hold that there. Ready?
yeah. There you go.
Yeah. That's why adjustables are not the best thing. I could just go and get 13 mil spanner out of my set to get two. So now this one is already mostly in. So do you want to do the adjustable because you can actually see that this time?
Yeah, we're not putting that in yet.
I suppose you can. I suppose we need to just loosen this off first.
That was the one that we tightened, wasn't
that's
it?
the one that we tightened. Before we knew what we were doing. Actually know what we're doing now.
There we go.
And then just nip that up. So that's... You've got a 4mm hex because we can just use your little electric tool and whiz those out.
Alright.
Now, you do that. I do this.
Have you adjusted it?
Mostly.
There you go.
You go more or?
That's it.
Yeah. If you... Oh, you've done that.
Why are you loosening it?
I'm not loosening it.
They call it a spanner, I call it a wrench. We all know what it is. It's a thing for turning nuts. Is that tight?
You didn't just see that.
Is it tight?
You have another 13 spot.
You do.
I do. That is tight. Right. 5mm Allen key.
It was.
Paul keeps hiding his tools. If you get your electric thing whizzed up with a 5mm bolt in it, you might get this done today.
Well, I've just dropped something on the floor and now I've got to work out which is the 5. Is that the 5? Just,
That's the 4.
okay, is that the 5?
That is the 5.
Okay. Well, that's got the 5 on the end now.
Right, there 5, that's 5. 6 wrench, 6 wrench, right. And this isn't for the moles. I'm going to take the plate off it.
Hey? Yeah, we've got to get the width with the plate now.
Don't give this one that's not right at all.
I'll loosen the others.
I don't like the feel of that at all.
It went in the first time, didn't it?
But we had it the other way round. When I took it out, it felt springy as it came out. So it's almost like there was a bit of twist in this entire ordeal. So that's not.
Is it threaded?
No, it's not threaded. There we go. Just needs a bit of pressure.
Okay. I need to bend this now so it fits that.
Yeah. 30mm between. Oh, it does bend.
It bends.
30mm between this black edge and that black edge on your side.
God, imagine if that was anodized.
I know.
30mm between.
So between there and there, so between this bit of black and that edge of this black, what have you got? Loads.
Yeah, only 5. 4.5. What's that? 43mm.
36mm.
$40mm. To me, to you.
39 and a bit.
I think that's fine.
Yeah. So this bit,
I won't split millimeters with you. It's a mathematics joke. What? Or is this the one we're going for? Right.
No, we can either slide the entire thing back or we can take those 4 out and then try and slide it back. I think it'd be easier if we just take this up.
I think it'll be easier if we just pop these. And then you can have fun with that corner one again. Because you enjoyed it last time.
If I do mine first, then it'll bug your corner up.
Okay. Get Springy McSpringy in. Where's he gone?
Bent beyond all reasonable control. Are we having a break? No.
Okay, that looks like it should fit.
Well, depending on how pedantic, yeah, I suppose that would go. That felt like that. God, tell you what, doing that is not easy.
Well, that's popped off already.
Yeah. I think it's because they're not, because there's nothing here holding the two
Yeah,
together, so
that's
you've
gone
got
out
to-
now. That's gone out. That's
Yeah.
why. They've splayed out.
So these ones we know are pretty much done up. So let's try and push these.
I think it's easy to do one at a time again. Just take it off.
Yeah, all right. Scroll. No problem at all.
Yeah, just
Give me 30 seconds. And that'll
there you
be
go.
fine.
Because until they're fixed, like the tension's just not there for this thing. So now we put the plate back on.
So we'll put the plate back on and repeat.
Yep.
But getting the handle on with the plate on is going to be. I think yours is back as far as mine is.
Let me screw it in. I think what we can do at the moment, right, is just take a bit of a guess.
Well, what did we say? 39 and a half, didn't
Yeah.
we? To me.
Yeah, but this was that to the rail, wasn't it? Way on.
That's quite right for me. And then up by denomination. Which was 4, wasn't it?
Yep. My eye tells me this is not parallel. Yours is, but this isn't. I think we should put the handle on, move it forward, and I can check the width of that one.
Yeah. Is this tight?
Yeah, it's all tight, but you don't need to bother with that one.
Or you're not?
No,
Just
but
level
I can
the
just.
rails.
Well, I just want to check this side. Yeah, I thought so. That's moved. It's on 42 mil.
So just take a little bit of tension out of that, move it that way, and then put it back on.
But that used to work. If I move this back, that may no longer screw in.
I think it will work, hopefully. I think when we were trying to twist the whole thing, I jarred that. So reset that back to 40 mil if we're trying to use a bit of engineering rather than, I don't believe I moved that, but must have done. That's lots of chat that we haven't read about.
Eh? Yeah, that looks parallel. It's just whether it's the right width now.
Okay, so reset this back to...
I don't know if I tightened that up, did I?
You did.
Okay,
3, 4.
that needs going in.
Right, that's locked. What, you reckon this is moved again?
Well, to my eye, it looks fine. But I don't know if they're the right width now.
I'm really not happy about this, mate. Like, it's not meant to go in anymore, mate.
Yeah, they're off. If I just pull it there, look at the middle of that knot, 37.
Yeah.
Yeah?
From here.
If I put it there, look at the middle of that knot. It's off 2 mil.
Yeah.
It needs, that one needs to go that way 2 mil. But the question is, just bring that plate back a sec. The question is, does that line, is that correct or is that correct? One of them needs to move 2 mil.
Well, this one's lined up,
Yeah.
that one's not.
Yeah. So that one's way off. That's way off, that one. That will probably go. Well, it can be done easily now. Is the handle on properly?
Well, depends on your definition of properly.
Well, it's mostly parallel, so it won't ping off anymore. So now we just put the plate back on. I reckon this one will... Put these two in. I reckon these two will go.
That one,
No, this one and this one.
but that's right for me now.
Okay. That's bang on.
Like, possibly need to move this nut underneath it. Put those two.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah. It's probably just people going... Amateurs. Yes, we are. Okay, so
A bit of twist is still in the way.
I know we can do this. Right, get that one in.
Get that one. This is the one that I have fun and games with.
Yep.
You want to set this? I set
Yeah, just tighten them in, tighten them up, so we know that's set. Okay.
It's not tight, but it's fairly tight.
Yeah. So now we can loosen this and bring this one in. Is it that one?
No, that's a 6. It's this one. Couple of these sub bomb.
Really?
Yeah.
Who's dropping the sub bomb? Mr. Kieran, is that? Thank you very, very much, Mr. Kieran. It's very generous. See, why does that? Why is that not square now? No. Look. How does that work?
Oh, there's a fuse box behind me. Let's not knock the whole street off, shall we?
Yeah, the big switch on the left. See, how can that not be square? That means that this is on the wrong place. We fixed that already, didn't we?
Well, for me, it'd be put that one in and then we'll knock that in the right place.
you sure?
Well,
Because if you have to do that now, every time I pop that plate off, I've got to fight with it. Because that's not aligned. But even worse, this isn't aligned. Even if I push that in now, that's not lining up that way. Which doesn't make any sense.
there's like 8 variables, isn't there?
Why doesn't this want to move? Can you move that?
I can, but it's just popped off.
What's popped off?
This handle.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's popped off your side because my runner's gone forward and yours hasn't moved.
This is very odd.
Oh, because yours isn't attached, so it's not going to move.
Right. Is that still on?
It's things need to be done in reverse, don't they? Like, does this...
Can that not move now?
What do you mean move? Mine side will move, yours won't because it's not... The plate's not bolted to the rail.
No, yeah, but we can push the rail.
Push the rail?
But if it's not springing, if that mechanism's not being tripped, we can't push it.
I think the mechanism is true.
Well, why doesn't this... There we go. Look where that is now. So that, I need to push that. Can you just press that down slightly? Is that definitely tripping it?
No, because the handle's come off again. Right, now it's got it.
Okay,
Now you can
okay,
move
okay,
your
okay.
rail.
Right, just leave it there a sec.
I'm not going to move.
Okay, it's fine. So we can loosen that. That's that lined. So now we can bring that back there, and that will now go in. Where's the bolt? Countersunk bolt. Yeah, this one now just needs to come out like a tiny bit.
Is Paul screwing Sami's head to the rig?
No?
No. So you
So
want to go...
the mechanism should now slide. That's it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. A bit more.
You
There.
can get to that now. Bearing in mind at this point this pedal box isn't even on. I'm glad that we can put them uprights in.
Yep. I think we knew this was going to be the most challenging bit, all this pedal
Well,
stuff.
we're trying to do 6 things at the same time, aren't we?
There you go.
Welcome Squirrel to Office DIY. I think that's a gulp time.
Oh, what? Go. So in theory that should all move now, shouldn't it? Apart from...
Apart from the fact that the handle's probably not on.
No, it's on, it just can't push down. It's literally meeting the frame. I don't think it's meant to be this far back.
I don't think it's not meant to be mounted on those freaking washers, you know?
What's meant...
Washers were under here. That give you more clearance.
Washers what, under there?
Yeah. Those thick washers were underneath.
They
there.
actually would, wouldn't they?
They would give you a massive amount of clearance. But are them bolts then long enough? I need to
Well,
find-
it comes with its own bolts, doesn't it?
Right.
Maybe this is... But these aren't... Hmm.
I need a buy out.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, here you go.
It is winter. Yeah. Definitely trucking. So the problem is, guys, just to explain, this handle, you have to push this handle down to make this mechanism slide. But this handle is meeting the frame, so you can't push it down. But the kit does come with these really thick washers. So we're thinking if the washers go between this and the extrusion, when there really are thick washers, that would lift the mechanism off here and give this space to push down. That's what we're thinking. Put the handle on upside down. Well, the handle actually curves upwards. So if we put the handle on the other way around, it will curve downwards and make the problem even worse. Well, you're not correct, Dutch Foxy. No on the bottom side. Looking at the web link, the handle is at the front, not at the rear of the seat. This is not the seat. This is the pedal. The seat is not done yet. There's another one of these for the seat. Turn the rails upside down. They are designed to be lifted. Well, that's weird because it doesn't activate. It doesn't do anything when you lift it. And you can't put the rails upside down. Like, how would that even work?
Happy anniversary, Nata.
Look, there's a diagram here. Where's the camera? There's a diagram here that shows we've got the mechanism that way up with the handle tilting up exactly as shown in that diagram. So you can't turn that rail upside down, I don't believe. Some people in chat are saying the handle's on upside down, which is not correct, but then they're saying no, the rails are on upside down because it's designed that you lift the handle, not push it.
Did you lift the handle?
You can't lift the handle. The handle doesn't lift to operate that unless the rail is upside down.
But that it depends on your demolition. It does. I thought this was the pedal plate, so that this is where your Fanatec make to hand.
Or the pedals.
Yeah.
What's that got to do with anything?
Do they fit straight onto there?
Well, I don't know, but that's not really the issue. On the diagram, how is it facing the chair? It's not. This has nothing to do with the chair. This is the pedals. The pics on the website show that you have it correct way. Yes, I agree. This is from the website. You said there's two handles, one for the seat, one for the pedals. Are they both the same or the same size? Yes. They're identical Sparco handles.
My theory would be that those washers need to go underneath that to raise that up to keep the clearance, because when that mechanism is there, you've got fresh air.
Yeah, once that mechanism's here, there's no problem.
Yeah, but because there's metal underneath it,
Yeah.
I think you need to raise that up.
I agree. Where are the side plates? It's to elevate the pedal plates, give room for the handle. Can I get permission to post a link? Where are the side plates? Yeah, where are the side plates?
Side plates to elevate the pedal plate. There are
Side plates? We're not on about the seat, right? Can one of the mods permit quirk, please? so that Nut Slammer doesn't abuse him.
Use it for the seat.
Well,
That's not brackets, is it?
no, there are side plates that are down there, aren't they?
That's these bits. They are there. They don't raise.
No, it's,
They don't raise this bit up. They raise that bit up. That's the picture.
yeah,
That bit is that bit there, isn't it?
yeah.
That bit.
Yeah,
That's there.
the side plate is on though, quote. This is the side plate here, what it's showing. On that diagram, the handle sticks right out the front though, which is where it used to be until we slid it all the way back. Maybe we're just not meant to slide it this far back.
Where did he get that image from?
I don't
On
know.
their website.
I'm guessing he just took it off the website. Did the instructions say how it's meant to be put together? What instructions? Quirk, have you found any instructions for the assembly? See, it works absolutely fine as long as you don't pull it all the way back. If you pull it all the way back, you jam the handle. And only the spacers would stop that. They would give you a little bit more clearance and would explain technically why we've got these big thick washers. It's to create a riser between that and that.
That there.
Yeah.
So there is no washer present between that countersunk screw, that nut that was put in, and obviously that other nut that's in there.
No, wait,
So
wait, go back. Click on the magnify.
there is not a washer there. That is the hex nut.
Yeah, we've got that.
But the clearance there, the only way you're going to get more clearance is by raising this up on top of
Yeah,
that
exactly.
mount.
It doesn't show you how that mounts on. Like, we've got that assembly correct.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, this is what we're thinking.
Yeah, the assembly video on their website is the Sim Racing Garage assembly video that they didn't make. But you referred to an instruction manual, there isn't one. So this, when you press that now, this goes backwards and forwards
Not catching on this bit of
because it doesn't
profile.
catch. But the moment you bring it,
No, don't do it, don't do it.
the moment you bring it too far back,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm explaining to chat. Not that they can see. The moment you bring it too far back, then this handle loses its clearance. And then the only way to fix that is to put these washers underneath,
Which is easier.
which lifts that off. Yeah, because they're all in the right place. That should be easy-ish. Although you have to move it to do it.
Well, if you take this one out,
You reckon you can tilt it? I don't.
squeeze the washer into it.
Oh my god. Okay.
Grease!
We are inserting washers.
And then these bolts are now not long enough.
No, so it comes with some new ones. Which look very long to be fair.
They look
They look way too long.
extraordinarily long.
Yeah, there's no way that's happening. So that's not what they're for.
No way, that's no bit up against that.
Yep. So there goes the washer idea.
Well, sort of.
What size are these? The M8s?
Yeah. I'm assuming these are like M8 for 10s. We want like an M8 for 20.
Make the handle straight. What does that mean? SimLab has a YouTube video of them building it. What, on their own channel? on the SimLabs channel.
Well, I found one that fits.
You found a what that fits.
Which is an M8 by 20. But it's silver, not black.
Well, my concern is we need it somewhere else.
Well, I think that's the clear thing through. You can mount your pedal to the tray.
Yeah, I don't think I have M8s in that lot.
No way. They're not M8s, they go up to M6 maybe.
No.
And I've got an M8 Bolt in the van, but no way will do it.
Is that the right size now then?
Yeah.
Where did that come from?
Out of this pile here.
What else?
There are 4 of them.
Surely we need that for something else.
Well, this is all the pedal box mount stuff, isn't it?
No, is it?
This is the bit to bolt this. And we don't need those anywhere else because we would use, essentially, if we were just putting this tray on here, we could just use those. Rather than do that, we're doing this.
Yeah.
And if you're short, we'll have to, you've got plenty of kits, we'll have to just improvise if we're short these bolts.
Would it make more sense if the bar was facing the seat? No, because then it's going to interfere with your feet when you try and put your feet down in the gap. I mean, yeah, you have to get up to adjust that.
You do, but that's...
But then it's not in the way when you're actually doing stuff in the rig, which is 99% of the time. Because once you've got it set where you want it, you're not really going to move it that much. Did the music stop? Yes, because the playlist ran out. 1 second. 1 second.
Greasy!
It is a bit greasy, this pedal, isn't it?
If you end up with no grease on your carpet, I'll be amazed. Doyle's gonna come in here and just...
At least I haven't got a white carpet.
That's very true. Well, it's white grease.
Yeah, SimLab P1 Cockpit Build Part 1 is literally the Sim Racing Garage channel. There's a Part 1 where he builds it, there's a Part 2 where he puts his stuff in it, and there's a P1-X. I've watched all of them. That's not SimLab's channel, and it's not a SimLab video. They embed that video on their rig. Have you got some tea and cakes? No, Bob.
It's disgusting, Bob. I'm going on strike. Oh, wait.
Well, this music is not from Spotify because Spotify would be copyrighted. Are there spaces between the slider and the pedal plates? I can't tell if you have them installed, but have picture says Quirk. Are there spaces between the slider and the pedal plates? Yeah. Yes, there are. So, as there's that diagram, Quirk, there are actually hex nuts right here. You can see I've got my finger in between the plate and the slider. But the handle attaches to the slider on the inside here, which is fine. Like, it works fine until you pull this thing too far back, and then this handle here starts to meet this when you push it down. Which, you know, I don't think it's going to be a big issue, because ultimately, if this is too far away, or, you know, I need to bring it back, I'll just loosen this whole thing and pull this towards me. All that's for is just minor adjustments.
If this works, I'm going to be really happy, but I don't think it's going to. I don't think it's enough.
Well,
Unless you're going to do something stupid, like double stack them at the rear or something. But
my only concern, I guess, with putting them on washers is that when you're pressing on this whole thing's got to take the weight, hasn't it? It's not pushing on this floor now. A lot of the force is being transmitted through these 4 bolts anyway. Slider plates, aluminium, maybe needs reversing, small part at the back, so the lever is free to move. No, ED. Quirk says he feels useless now, like normal. Lol. No, I think it's fine, Quirk. Look, now the washers are there. It actually just goes the whole 9 yards. So it's a problem unique to having it on here. Once it's the one for the seat doesn't have that problem because you've got all this space. It's literally a problem for this. There you go. It's fixed. Washer.
Is this why you invited me?
For you, what was it? For your engineering prowess. Yeah, it's done. Next. Let's see. Pedal tray. So.
Well, we either prevaricate about with that one before the uprights come in, which would be easy.
Well, we've got to put another one of them
Or just
without
right
the
on
plates.
those, yeah.
Well, the only problem with that is we don't know how wide to put it because we need the seat to govern that. Because that was governed by that metal plate.
Do you want to bring the seat in?
Well, if we're going to do that bit, we'd have to bring the seat in. We can put the rail on there and find the bucket mounts, but then to actually get the width, we'll put the seat in. What we can do is put the seat in place, get all the width set up, and then just remove the seat again, so we can carry on building. We don't need to leave the seat in though, do we? Can I pass a link to a mod in case it is helpful later, says Weasel. As long as it's not a link to a Sim Racing Garage video or a SimLab website link or one of their PDFs. I remember hearing that exact issue when you talked about getting this rig custard. Which exact issue? Laying down on the job, I've never seen it before. I'm sat down. You would have had this sliding mechanism towards the seat so you can put it close to the wall. There is that, Whiteland, but consider this. If that handle is here, right? You're sitting here and you're going to put your feet in and out of this space. That handle is just going to be completely in the way and you're probably going to knock it. And when you want to rest your heels, I don't think it's a problem, White, because this won't stick out this much. Once the seat's in, I'll sit down. I'll be able to work out what length we want this. This may come back. I understand what you're saying.
The hope is you may be able to have it like you'll mark this to say flight sim or you'll mark it to say racing.
Maybe.
And just say, are you using your MFG crosswords?
Yeah. Or I could use a Thrustmaster TPAs. The tall ones.
Of
Yeah.
sitting with a set of rudder pedals.
Yep.
Because normally you would sit 90 degrees rather than at a racing.
Yeah. Yeah, like a racing pedal tends to be like at that angle.
Straight up, yeah. Whereas rudder pedals are more.
You probably want to.
Seating position, aren't you?
Yeah, you want more of a rake on it, really.
You sort of want maximum tilt.
Yeah.
That's a chat for another day.
I mean, that is a problem that I can only solve.
Once you fiddle with it.
Yeah.
So it's rules of thumb. We either fiddle about with the base and more and get the chair rails in the right place and bolt them down, and then take the chair off and then put the uprights on.
Yeah.
6.
What's 6?
Not that we're not,
Easy, mate.
we're not timing it. It's just
No.
6.6 for reference.
I think we do. Now we've just worked out how to do 1. Let's just do it while we're on a roll. So we put that one on there, get the side mounts on, put the bucket seat in, get that all locked down, remove the seat, then put the wheel deck in, and then we'll put the side arm in, and then see what time it is, and then look at the monitor side of things. Is that a plan?
Now you're laying down on the job.
Well, I shall go for a bio, and at the same time I'll bring the bucket seat back. So we've got that in place.
I shall find
The other rail pack is over here. This one.
I'm just go to my workshop and make a tool to slide these rails back and forwards.
Well, these rigs are designed to be configurable, and everybody builds them in a different way, don't they? So,
That was a bit of a barricade. You could put times 4 that to make it into a rod.
there's that, and I shall be back.
Yeah, see, that is there for that specific reason, isn't it? But those bolts are way too long.
Yeah, you see those washers,
They're pretty much perfect. I would have probably made them 2 without.
but those bolts are way too long.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave the mic here.
I shall get my boy band on. Auto tune. I take it I'm peeking over, yeah. A lot louder than you are. Rattle effect ASMR. Pedal tray mount with those washers and those bolts that are no good. Jump over to here. Building with Sami. Sami, boring. Thought you'd have done it by now. Yeah, we didn't think we'd have it done by now, but certainly maybe slightly further forward than what we are, but hey, this is part of the gloriousness that is bucket seat sliders, or the mounting brackets for the bucket seats, which are hex and spanners. I know who to contact when I need a rig done for me. Yeah. Sami's got ears, yes. Building with Sami, hey. Do. Hardware in the box. It certainly is. You get a pedal base, slider, set of bolts, which have got these standoff bits, which was at Quirk that was asking for these. Focus would be good. So these are the sort of upstands that hold the mount to the slider. So the seat is essentially going to go into these, and this is on the top of the slider. The which this is all Mark II of trying to get this the right way around. I can hear a struggle at the door, which must mean that he's fiddling with the seat. What? Alright. So now what's strange is that these... Paul says, hey Mrs. Don't. These T-nuts are not 8s, they're 6s. This pedal slide pack. Obviously this is the... Yeah, so they're all the bits that were left over from this part of the build. I haven't taken out these from the box, but these ones are at 6s rather than. Well, all it is that that's held in by 6s, but that doesn't seem at all right. So you've got your slider, Mark 1, which the label, that can't. Like that diagram does not show it that way up, does it? No, I'm saying, is this upside down? Yeah. Yeah. So that goes like that. Or the other way around, sorry, that way. Yeah, let's have this back. You are the streamer after all.
Well, everybody's an expert, aren't they? I think this is a little bit more complicated than a remote control, but you know.
It's a lot more heavier than a remote control. I'm going to pick this up and move it that way slightly just to give us a bit more working room around the
Well,
rear.
let's just push this back a little bit. We can go that way a bit. So where's the diagram again? The printout there is. Yeah, so the holes are away from the handles. So the handle's here, the holes are there. Which means that has to be like that.
Yeah. I don't like very much is that these are 6s rather than 8s.
See, even on the diagram, the handle turns upwards.
Yeah. And on that Y diagram, it's upwards as well.
Yeah, the handle always goes upwards. And that rail, the V shape of that, is sat in a V shape. Exactly how we have it. This is definitely the right way up. Where's that come from? That's the wrong set. That ain't right.
Yeah. They're not 8s.
There need to be 8s.
So what we have,
Well, we've got
so we've got the 18 as spare from the bits that you take from these corners.
we've got a whole tray of nuts over here, but I mean, there's upright stuff gonna happen soon.
Well, let's say that bag that's on that tray
Yeah.
there's 8 M8 nuts in there.
Yeah.
So get 4 out of there.
There's more than 8 in there.
Well, there's the spares from these corners.
Yeah. How many do you want? 4.
Down cushion. Oh, sorry, no German.
English only, please. So all these bolts are the wrong size, aren't they? There's the 4 important ones. Those countersunk ones, they're for the plate, aren't they? But they should come with a plate. That's really weird. These two, they're the ones that's going in now. No, pedal-based slider. You just put them in there?
I'll put 2 in here.
Yeah, so these two go in there, don't they? And then this thing has 4 nylon threads, 4 bolts, 2 of them. Okay.
Can I just sort of say centre for now, or would you rather go further back?
I don't know. I mean, we know the seat's going to recline, so if it's here, it's going to go back. So it's probably as good as anything right now.
So go middle, and we'll just have to see how that
Yeah, I mean, we can't work everything out. Is that the same distance as that one?
Well, it's the. See, would it be easier to mount all this to the seat? No, because
So how does this thing mount on there, I wonder?
I would assume they just go straight on there. Horrible, evil things. Those are just nuts and bolts.
Well, I presume they. What, do they bolt into here, or they bolt into the
And I
actual
assume
seat?
This is the back and this is the front. There's actually a seat. There isn't a seat anything, is there?
Does Sami like swimming? Says Luke Pryor. Do you like swimming, Sami?
Big fan. Brackets made of 4 aluminium plates. They're mounted with 4 M8 bolts on 40 by 40 profile, or directly onto the seat slider, finished in black powder coating. Contains the left and right version. So I would say it wants to go that way round, so it'll give you more articulation on the front, on the rear rather than on the front.
Can we see a picture with the seat in place? Ow.
That's what I was looking for, but do you think it can look more substantial? Like a brick?
Then I don't know, Big Bubba. I don't know. Trying to work it out, bro. There you go. There's a seat.
Which is the other way round.
Well, no, that's the right way. It is, because it turns into the seat. Look. See how the bracket goes inwards to the seat.
No. What I'm trying to say is this: are they that way round?
Oh, you mean that way? I see.
That way round. I know which side.
The front of the seat has the stripy bits.
On that picture,
What do you want to see? More pictures?
just if they're all that way, then
Yep, they are all that way. See?
right, okay.
So yeah, you want your
These go that way round,
horizontal bits at the back.
like that.
Yep, that's what the diagram says. Yeah, basically, Marnie, we've watched that video, dude.
That's the same picture, isn't it? Just different angle.
Yeah.
I mean, the holes line up in the rails.
Oh, look where the handle is. Look where the handle is. The handle points away from the rig.
Can you see washers underneath that shot at all? Not from that angle.
No, but what I'm saying is,
The handle is the right way around, no doubt about it.
the handle points outwards, exactly how we've got it. Was that a sub bomb? Thank you very much, Jamer. Thank you for gifting 5 subs. Thank you.
The only thing that I would say is we could use the washers from the other slide pack as well, if you wanted a bit more height.
Welcome back, Nutter.
So they've got it in the top hole, and then the third, which is the middle rung. But obviously, that again, that's the rake of the seat that you want. So the more you lift that up at the front, the more it goes against the wall, and the more you're sitting back, and etc.
Can you just measure a rough guess between the width of the back of the seat? Ish. Give or take a bit.
To the Nut House.
About 41 centimeters approximately.
41-ish.
Yep. So where you had this, on here.
Distance from there to there should be 41.
The distance, yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
So these need to come further out.
don't forget to
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
I forgot about that. So yeah, you're looking at more like that easily.
So
These T-nuts really fight against you. Like this one here does not want me to go this way. I think it is going to be quite close to the edge, to be honest.
this is now
It's jammed. Well, it's from that bit.
Oh, I suppose that isn't quite.
It's approximately 41. I mean, this can come further out. Like that. Yeah. Well, is that 41 to 41 now?
Not really. I suppose there is a bit of wiggle in this as well, like to balance these on the edge.
What's that?
39.
That's interesting. I mean, these flecks, are they metal? Yeah.
That's gonna go on. Black ones. If I literally go. As far this way as this will allow. Yeah. You're already there.
I don't know. Haven't tried to push the boat out. These things take time to assemble. Yep.
M18 and the black bolt.
M18 nut and what?
And the black bolt.
These? I thought I gave you 4. I remember. No, I tipped 4 in your hand before. Was that for something else?
There's one, there's 2.
Tell you what, if ever I moved house, I might pop the wheel off. I'm just going to take that. I'm not disassembling it beyond that. No way.
Then you'll fit it through your gap.
Turn it sideways.
Or lift it over the roof.
Literally turn it sideways. Take this like that now. Turn it sideways. You can carry it through a door.
Right, so are you
Ready?
going to put those near your right knee on as well? Or are you going to just bolt it straight to that with a nut on it?
What, as in these spacer things?
Yeah.
Well, now what's in the picture?
Nothing. Bolt straight to that.
Yeah, they don't use the spacers, do they?
But that's not on a slide round. That's only on a fixed round. There isn't a seat on a pedal side.
That one's on a slider.
And there isn't a spacer.
Nope. They haven't got spacers on them.
That's your call.
But if you don't, but you need those so you can screw into them, don't you?
Although not particularly, because you can just put the bolt and the spanner in here where my finger is. And then these will be bolted to that, but it's a difficult, like, do we bolt these to the chair first and then, I don't know. Like, would it be easier to mount this to the chair, the 40x40 to these, and then the whole thing to this? If that makes sense.
I think I would just bolt this straight on and not use these spacers. Otherwise, I mean, we end up lifting that up, don't we? And then all the tension's on that,
Yeah, basically.
as opposed to being
Being fairly flat.
distributed
So
along the whole
these-
length of this rail.
See,
And not, given that you've got a person sitting here, whereas that's just your feet, I'd rather distribute the weight.
so these go into there, and then these by the power.
Hang on. Let's use this to hold the nuts.
I mean the one that I've done by the time we've got the
Fine, don't use it then. See if I can.
Alright.
Why is there a nut here? Can we not put that one in?
That front one. Well, I seem to be making progress with my side.
Oh, we're doing sides now.
This is as awkward as it can be.
Yep. It really is.
But genuinely, this.
The way this thing works is crazy.
I mean, I agree that it needs to be as modular as this is, but like you need a tool that's designed like that you can just literally put it on and crank it.
Did you put it on the front bolt?
Yes, I believe I did. But don't quote me. I sort of loosely bolt it down just enough to snip it and hold it. But
Is it going on SquirrelPlus? I don't know.
edit this down, will you?
I might just chuck it on as one video for people that want to watch it.
People miss the stream. No, I'm almost tempted to go outside and get my angle grinder spanner,
Let's do what?
drill a hole in it so I can do this. This is just such a faff. You get this round or what? I'm just going to sit there and look for it.
Well, I'm just wondering what you're doing.
I'm trying to get to a point where this seat can go on and these rails can be bolted in the right places. Just push these out as far as I can. So we've literally got as maximum width as we can. But the whole thing is just there's like 8 points of variable that you need to try and calculate for, and I think it's impossible.
Which holes have you used? Let's see. You're going for the fourth one.
Yeah. I can't wait to rewatch this. pair of spanners, yes.
Yeah.
Anyone betting they don't get it finished in this stream?
Define finished.
Yeah. Ditto. Paul, I'm going overtime.
Wait, this doesn't. Oh, okay.
Happy anniversary, Nato.
Don't undo a nylock nut.
I just want it loose so that we can do stuff with it. Like, you don't know which position it is to be in yet, or you're just going to assume it's that width. If you just pushed it to maximum and left it there, then.
Yeah. That's what I'd go for.
Because this.
Let's ye old faithful screwdriver again.
How do you hold that nut while you were turning this?
I pulled the rail forward.
Hmm.
Have you done this one up with the spanner?
No, not yet. That one seemed to tighten on its own, though, bizarrely.
So before you double back on yourself, put that on. Help if you were using the 13 then.
I thought you'd give me the right end. Assumptions, eh? Yeah, this is already tightened on its own. Right, didn't need to do anything to that.
Saturday night construction, Sunday night construction certainly is. All the cameras have held up.
Yep.
Oh no, I've just got full concentrate mango back. At the bottom of the glass. So, it's up to you. We pull it right forward, try and get the seat in, or we push it right back and try and get the seat in.
Well, just leave it forward and try and get the seats in. Because then we've got more. Well, because then we're not fighting against the wall.
Well, I will say at the moment, actually. Like that.
I feel like that aircon's not cold enough.
It's not millimeter perfect. What we may have to do is do the front hole and then reline the back bracket.
Sorry, what's the problem?
So this distance here and this distance here isn't quite the same.
Right.
So obviously this line and that line is probably not going to be the same. So if we get the front mounted, we've got a bit of play there to then move this rail or this rail backwards and forwards.
Well, let's just get them.
I think there's just so many variables of the seat width, the seat
Yeah, but
position.
we can see this variable. Let's just eliminate it.
Then you've got to pull that back.
Yeah, it's fine. I'd rather do that than fight the chair afterwards.
Oh, sorry. 9.5
There we go.
on the rear.
Right, so where have you got it? Pretty much right close to the edge.
No, because that's this rail. Fourth dimensions.
Okay, so
If I do that,
Where's
you
your
see
front-
the front and the back of the rail?
yeah.
Yeah, like
How
that.
far is the tape measure there?
Well, just put yours. Can you hold? Oh no, that's okay. Alright, so that's in the same position on both sides, yeah? 120.
We can't tighten it, that's the problem.
Probably
There we go.
You go right forward again, or
I don't know, I was just trying to line up with you.
just knock that in? So that's lock. Right, so the seat
There's a little packet.
seat brackets.
There should be a little packet of them.
Are they the ones that we've just used to bolt that to that?
I don't know.
Well, basically, they're the same things with those.
Is it?
See,
I think there was washers, wasn't there?
well, I would probably put a washer on this to try and save the seat, but
I'm sure there was washers involved in that one.
that's the seat.
Where's that picture? They've not used washers on theirs. They used silver nuts as well. Right. You ready for the seat? Let's go.
Okay, so that actually on the front, on the rear is a threaded hole.
Hey?
Hang on, where's the...
There's a hole just under the cover there. You'll find a hole. It's just under that front cover.
Oh, okay, so they're both threaded, so all we need is bolts, we don't need nuts.
Mine is on the inside.
There you go, middle hole.
At the moment, I'll just go on top hole for now, but we can do whatever.
Okay,
Okay, ish. Top hole. Where's the bolt? We're going to use the little black ones. They don't seem long enough. There's longer ones. I don't know what size. Yeah, but these aren't even. They have to be the right length, don't they? Otherwise, I'll go too far in. They're definitely M8. Yeah, it's taken an 8. Let's see how far. Yeah, the M8's gone in.
Is it tightened up, or is it just...
I've just left it so it moves. It's all the way in, it's just not tight. So it pivots.
You have to put that bracket on there. Okay. So that's about somewhere there.
Is that bolt in? What was that noise? What was that?
That elastic band thing underneath, wasn't it? That's the
Oh,
bracket.
that was you.
Yeah, that's me.
Right.
Top hole again. This is adjustment, mate. So this is
1, 2,
let's
3.
bung it in and
Yeah, I don't know which hole. It's very hard to see because there's clots in the way.
yeah. Well, I think when we're both trying to pull the cover, it's not. Like mine's in and started.
Oh, you just come on.
Trying to not catch the bolt between the bolt and the. So mine is nipped up for now. But it will be the tighten. That looks fairly reclined to me, but
Well, it will be. It's on the highest thing up here, isn't it? That's maximum recline at the moment, unless you drop the back down. I've just done it so it's like a met resistance. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's... Looks very reclined. I look incredibly laid back.
Sorry.
Right.
And don't forget, it's not completely bolted.
Yeah. It's lovely and snug. Hey, we're finished. Yay!